everybody. Welcome back. It's so good to be back after a couple weeks break. We're feeling nicely refreshed. We are the Help Action, where we play Dungeons and Dragons to raise money for charity. And to talk about our charity of choice, Iris, go ahead and kick us off for the evening.
Hello, I'm Iris. I'm going to kick us off for the evening. Our charity of choice is continuing to be the Transgender Law Center. Founded in 2002, the Transgender Law Center is the largest trans-specific trans-legal organization in the United States. Their tireless efforts to defend and advance the rights of transgender and gender non-conforming people have resulted in precedent-setting victories in areas including employment, prison conditions, education, immigration, and healthcare. In addition to their legal work, they also organize community-specific programs such as the Black Trans Circles, the Disability Project, the Black LGBTQIA+ Migrant Project, and Positively Trans that inform and empower trans and GNC folks across America. They're a really great charity. We've been trying to hit 5K raised for them for a while now. I believe we're just a little bit above 2,000 right now. Any donation, big or small, helps a lot.
Hell yeah.
Thank you, Iris. And just to say, if you do decide to donate, there's an option to leave a note with your donation. We always try to go through and read those and thank everybody at the end of the show. So if you do donate, or you'd like to see who did donate, go ahead and stick around for that. With that, I believe it is now Nero. You have the floor to discuss the website and our socials and stuff.
I'm going to discuss the website.
We got socials.
We got socials. We got so many things. If you go to, on that note about donations, go to thehelpaction.com. There's a big button at the top that says donate to Transgender Law Center, so you don't have to remember any kind of complicated Tiltify URL. That also has our schedule, links to all of our social medias, and a link to email us in case you want to send us your thoughts, comments. If you have mean things, you can write it on a piece of paper and throw it down a well.
We'll get it. Don't worry.
Yeah, don't worry.
We're down there.
The circular.
We're at the bottom of the well.
Aren't we all?
We are exactly where 2020 left us. Awesome. Thank you, Nero. Did you want to mention the Instagram stuff really quick?
Oh, I can, yeah.
Oh, yeah, or if you would like to, sure, go for it.
We,
Toss the ball over here.
for real, have an Instagram now. It was like, kind of dormant for a while, but you should especially go and check it out now because we have an awesome new illustration from our own Iris J up there. Our new new promo.
Yeah.
So, go check it
I
out.
drew it with my own one hand.
Camera flips. Yeah.
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 And
Our
then
Instagram.
schedule if y'all
Backwards.
want to cover that too, since you're
Yeah.
double
So
booking.
after our cool 2-week break, we are refreshed and ready to be back every Wednesday night for the foreseeable future.
Yay.
7 p.m. Pacific time. Usually have a break about halfway through the show. Show runs 3-ish hours, I would say, sometimes a little longer. When it's real good and we're having a good, punch fest. Yeah. But yeah, so we're back on track to be here every Wednesday. If any off weeks come up, we'll let you know.
Perfect. And I think that about wraps up all of our announcements for the evening. I'm going to go ahead and jump into a bit of a story recap just to get everybody caught up with the story thus far. For those of you who haven't tuned in before, welcome. The party began in the town of Neverwinter and traveled to the small town of Phandalin, this tiny little mountain town, searching for their friend Gundren after finding out that he had been kidnapped by a group called the Cragmaw Tribe under the command of a mysterious figure known as the Black Spider. While they were in this town, they encountered the Red Brands, a bandit operation that had once worked with Bree and her own band in the past, but now this Red Brand group had been operating a kidnapping, operation, slave trade in Phandalin, and had been tasked with waylaying the party under the command of that same black spider. So, under the decision to pursue these red brands and root them out, the party made their way into their hideout under the dilapidated Trisandar Manor, an old manor house that sits on the top of a hill at the top of town, and were able to successfully clear it out. Inside of that hideout, they did find a small goblin with a fainting problem named Droop, who they decided to bring along with them and store in their inn room for the time being. They packed up, headed back to the inn, hid Droop away, and then decided to head into the town hall to talk with the townmaster, Harbin Wester, and one of their old allies, Sildar Hallwinter, member of the Lords Alliance, to discuss their involvement in this sort of red brand problem and the larger problem at hand. Sildar, back a little while ago, had claimed to know a man named Iarno Albrecht, who was a member of the Lords Alliance that had been tasked with coming to Phandalin to set a few things up. However, the party found letters addressed to this Lord Albrecht in the leader of those Red Brands' headquarters. The leader's name would be Glaffstaff, and those letters were signed by this Black Spider person. So, the party was able to deduce that Iarno Albrecht and Glaffstaff are actually the same person. So, after talking with Sildar and making sure that the Lord's Alliance really didn't have anything to do with this, he provided the party with a message to drop off at the Dove Post, just across the street. So they made their way back to the inn, discussed quite a few things amongst each other, heard about some trouble on the road between Phandalin and Tribor, and then proceeded to enjoy their victory after clearing out the Red Brand hideout. Glass met a local bard by the name of Elman Jasper, a writer who makes his living playing the piano, but finds more interest in lore and decided he wanted to write some of the adventures. So Glass was able to use illusions and spells to be able to show many of the people in the bar several of the adventures that the party had been on so far. Ambrose tucked himself up away in his inn room and began to study and identify a book that he had found before, which he identified as an alchemical compendium, a book that teaches many of the secrets behind transmutation magic and provides some pretty interesting powers to its wielder. Oleander then fell asleep and was approached in dream by her patron, who promptly hung up the call on her and left her confused, sitting up in bed for a while before finally drifting off to sleep. And Bree experienced another interesting and somewhat psychedelic dream deep within the forest, where she encountered this strange spirit that flew into her chest and became part of her. The next morning, everyone woke up. Bree decided to head out and go hunting, and as the party sat around the breakfast table, Oleander had a bit of a space out for a moment and just sort of went blank. She was receiving a call from her patron and was gifted the responsibility and the pleasure of directing an Earthbreaker, a massive monster that would help her, but unfortunately, all they had left was a small imp named Kevin. So after coming back to reality and rejoining your allies at the breakfast table, we now take our view as the viewers out into the forest, where Bree, on her own, is beginning to stalk through the woods. And Bree, if you'd like to take it off, what exactly is it that you're doing? It's early morning, it's temperate, it's late in fall, it's crisp, there's not quite frost, but a little bit of dew on the leaves, and here the trees are this beautiful mix of deciduous and evergreen. There's loamy forest floor that has that familiar, nice, earthy smell to it. There's birds in the trees, the occasional small mammal running through the underbrush. What would you like to do?
Well, I'm gonna take a few minutes and just kind of gather my thoughts, and then see if I can't trace a few of those small mammals running through the underbrush.
Okay.
See if there's any rabbits about.
Okay. Go ahead and make a survival check for me, if you would, please.
First roll.
Remember rolling dice?
That's what happened.
Okay. That is. I don't know what that is. That is a 18.
18. As you pause for a moment and allow your breath to catch in your throat and just listen, you can hear movement off in a few of the bushes. You identify the sounds of woodpeckers in the trees, a few squirrels overhead, and as you sort of crouch down and look to the ground, you can see small pellets of rabbit droppings and a small game trail that begins to lead off through the forest. And as you venture forth and begin to follow this path, you soon come across an area where some of the earth is sort of piled up around the base of a tree. You can see that in this area where the earth is sort of led against it, it has been placed there by a creature sort of burrowing out from underneath. You've come across the burrow of some sort of what you believe to be rabbit or possibly other creature. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna find a concealed place and wait for somebody to pop out of that burrow.
As you go make your way over into a few low bushes, you come across one bush, and as you reach over to make yourself comfortable in it for a moment, you see a few small red berries. Raspberries. You know there's thorns here. Finding a different bush, grabbing a few berries to snack on, you make yourself crouch down and quiet. Go ahead and make a stealth check for me.
Ooh! 5.
As you crouch down and wait for a moment, you pause and listen and keep your eyes trained on that burrow, waiting for something to poke its head out. A few minutes pass, a few more, 10, 15. Your legs start to throb and scream and threaten to go numb, beginning to fall asleep, and as you sort of begin to shift your weight, you feel your foot snap onto a twig, and you see something dash off through the underbrush. And just before it dives into a nearby bush, you see the brief flash of a cottontail rabbit. But now you have your quarry located,
All right.
but it is aware of your presence.
Well, can you tell that Robin the human has never been hunting before in her life?
I guess I'll get delivery.
Yeah, I'm going to, as stealthily as I can, follow after it and again try to, just kind of hide and see what I see.
Okay, go ahead and make one more survival check for me.
Okay. 10.
10, okay. As you begin to pad off slowly in the direction of that bush, you watch as the rabbit does again hear you, still using that same stealth check from before, and dashes down the game trail in the direction of an open meadow. You'll have a clear shot here, and as you sort of make your way over to where the trees open into the meadow, you can see the rabbit sitting in the center of some low grass, clearly visible. And from this distance, you can see in the cool morning air just the tiniest little puff of steam coming from its mouth as its ears and whiskers twitch. You have your eyes trained on it. What would you like to do?
I'm going to, approach the edge of the clearing and knock an arrow and see if I can get a clear shot.
Okay, so you knock your arrow. Take a moment. Go ahead and make an attack roll.
Halflings.
Oh, not much
Sucker.
better. And that is 8.
8. As you pull back and fire, your arrow goes just wide, and the rabbit darts off into the bushes. And you hear from behind you, "Oh, that was such a close shot. You almost had it."
I will spin around and see who's there.
Okay. As you turn around, you see this tall, lightly blue-furred, feminine figure with this light pink nose and lips and sort of a cleft down the center of the lips, giving almost a deer-like vision to the face. Long, almost goat-like ears, silvery, wavy hair, and just wears this very, very simple, almost khaki-colored tunic, on top of which is a white apron, and she is crouched at the edge of the clearing about 30 feet from you in this large patch of clover. And as she stands up, you see that she rises to maybe 6.5 feet tall. And she just sort of waves a hand at you and says, "I'm sorry, I hope I didn't scare it away for you."
I mean, I think I did that all on my own. I'm just, surprised that I didn't see you. Are you hunting too?
I guess you could say that. It's just kind of a stroke of bad luck then, I guess, huh? No, I'm hunting for four-leaf clovers to take back to the shrine.
What shrine?
The shrine to Tamora, the shrine of good luck. It's in the center of Phandalin. You came from town, didn't you?
Yeah, but, haven't been there very long.
Gotcha. Well, it's really good to meet you. I'm Sister Garrely. I watch over well, I guess I watch over the town as much as I watch over the shrine there, but mostly just take care of the shrine. It's a pleasure to meet you. What's your name?
I'm Bree. Thank you for... Is it okay that I'm, hunting here? Is that... I don't have to, clear that with anybody or anything?
Oh, I mean... Unless you want to ask the rabbit before you shoot it or something like that, but I don't really think so. If it helps, you could always say a prayer to Tamora and ask for a little bit better luck next time.
Maybe I'll do that. I like to think me and the rabbits have kind of an understanding,
I think I do too, and you can see she kind of lifts up her arm and sort of tied along her wrist is a bunch of bracelets, and there's a few lucky rabbit's foots dangling from one of the arms.
Metal.
I'm heading back into town for a moment. Would you like to walk with me?
Sure. I don't think I'm gonna have much better luck out here today.
As she approaches, you can see that on her face there's this set of these long, sort of freshly healed scratches that sort of come from the top of her face downward. They look like they have been magically healed, as you've seen many of your friends' wounds taken care of, but the friendly woman sort of sidles up next to you, towering well above your height, and just pads quietly along with you on your way sort of through the forest back towards town. Is there anything that you'd like to ask her or talk about? Otherwise, she remains relatively quiet.
So, I not the most religious sort. Who's this Tamora person?
You've got to be kidding me. You don't know Lady Luck?
I have literally lived in the woods for most of my life.
That's fair. Mother always said not to knock ignorance. It's just some people, just weren't taught like I was. But no, I mean, she's the best. She just has her hands in all things, and she, I don't know, does everything that she can to make sure that good outcomes come to those people who deserve them, and sometimes to those who really, really need them.
Yeah, I could use a little extra luck.
I mean,
Maybe I'll come visit the shrine.
that would be great. Are you in town by yourself?
I'm here with some people, and and I guess I'm gonna be with them for a while. I don't really. Yeah, I'm here with some friends.
Well, I'd love to meet them at some time. Just feel free to stop by the shrine whenever you like. As you make your way sort of out of the edge of the forest back into sort of the fringes of town, you both sort of stay locked in step on your way towards the inn, and about halfway there, she just sort of branches off from you and just, well, tomorrow shine on you. If you have a wonderful day. And as she walks away, her sort of silvery hair just shines in the sun and has this warmth about it, and her personality and her person that just kind of leaves you grinning for a moment. And you watch as she makes her way over to the small sort of horseshoe-shaped stack of stones that's covered in moss that lies in that main sort of cul-de-sac in the center of town off to one of the sides, and begins to pull some of those plants that she had plucked out of her pouch and places them on the shrine.
Cool.
As you approach the inn and make your way inside, you see your three friends sitting at one of the tables, mostly finished with breakfast. And seated next to them is a strange, toothy creature. Oleander, do you want to go ahead and describe what they're seeing?
Yeah. So, Kevin. Kevin is an imp. So he was kind of, at this size, he looks like he's kind of assembled from odds and ends, like I guess like a goblin who got stuck inside of an easy bake oven for a little too long. He's got two sets of eyes, and most of his face is taken up with a bunch of pointy, mismatched teeth, which he doesn't really have the lips to wrap around, so it's just always teeth. He does have a neat little four lens pair of spectacles on his face, and he has a little pressed shirt and a little tie, and some khakis. He stands maybe about I think he's about about a foot and a half tall at his biggest height. When he's not in other format, he can shapeshift to blend in. But this is him. 100% Kevin mode, baby. Currently, he is gnawing on a pastry, pretty messily, since he doesn't really have cheeks to keep everything in. And everybody else at the tables, I imagine, is probably just sort of watching this in a mixture of horror and awe.
As Kevin sort of perches on the edge of the table and chows down on one of these breadsticks, what's everybody else up to?
If I recall correctly, I woke up from my hangover to water and an ale in front of me.
Mm-hmm.
And
Hair of the dog.
so that's what I've got going on here. And looking at Kevin. Can Kevin drink?
I think Kevin does drink, whether he can or not.
Welcome to the club, bud. And I'll just give him my ale and see
Oh
what he
man,
does.
it's not even 5 o'clock yet. Hell yeah! And he just,
Okay, that's cool.
watch it. I want to leave it up to the viewers to imagine how Kevin drinks. It's just grotesque. Picture the worst thing in your mind. It's that.
This is really the first thing I want to see in the day.
Pulling out the napkins already, sopping up, trying to
I
keep it
will.
away from my books, but fascinated.
We'll take the
Ambrose, as
world's
you watch
smallest
this,
sip of my water.
Ambrose, as you watch this small, mostly tooth creature just covered in foam and now dripping with an assortment of ale and possibly spittle consume this beverage very early in the morning, shockingly speaking with a degree of intelligence that you hadn't quite expected from it. How are you reacting to this?
I'm excited. I'm ready. This is great. This is what I set out to do, to see and experience new, magical, strange things. And you know what? We're delivering.
Well, good for you. That makes one of us.
Am I sure? Did I
talking
just in on this?
You basically walked in to see your three friends with this like awful little creature.
Ah,
Bree, welcome back.
Look what happened.
Look what we got.
So, yeah, I have a new familiar. Meet Kevin. And Kevin's like, howdy, toots.
Okay, Kevin.
can do we have to about all of this? Do we have to?
I mean, I guess I could go next time I'm asleep. I guess I could talk to my patron and ask what the warranty is, if I can. But until that happens, we might be stuck with it.
Kevin and I are tight, and I will put my hand out to him.
Kevin slaps a beer-soaked little claw onto your big, normal-sized paw.
I look at my cool hand and smile and wipe it on Bree. See? He's cool.
Oh yeah, that's
So-
cool.
Is it okay if Kevin talks?
Yeah.
Okay. So Kevin's like just finishing up with the ale. He's like, so let me see here. I know that the rich bitch over here is definitely a warlock. That's who I'm chained to technically. If we want to get really, really into the jargon here, I'm guessing this dork with the hat is a wizard because normal people don't wear hats that big.
You better say something nice about me.
You've got soft enough hands that you're probably a bard. And I mean that as a compliment, of course. Whoa. I calls him like I sees him, okay, kitty? And you just walked in with like two different kinds of weapons on your back, so I'm guessing you're the competent one over here. I'm assuming this is some sort of little adventuring party. Where's your tank? Is he like in the bathroom or something?
Okay, I got a new plan. Fuck Kevin.
Never mind, I'm over Kevin.
Kevin's
Because
out.
usually these kind of things, there's like a big strong guy, and none of you seem like big strong
You
guys.
said there was a warranty?
Let's go.
Yeah, I might have to talk to HR about that. That's going to be a whole ordeal. But until then, it's pretty much kind of a I can't call him, he calls me sort of deal. So until then, did you ever, I don't know, when you were in younger wizard training, did you ever have to like take care of an egg and pretend it was your child to show that you have like empathy for things? I'm guessing this is sort of that sort of situation. Did you ever do that, the egg thing?
No.
Was that just me?
I didn't have
What the
school.
fuck kind of tutoring did I get?
Bree, as you notice that everyone's focus is sort of on Kevin, entering the room and sort of glancing about the sort of bottom tavern-like area in this inn, it is mostly empty at the moment, but you can see that the bartender that you have spoken to on several occasions is utterly tense behind the bar with a short sword out on the bar with a white knuckle grip around it, with his eyes focused directly on Kevin.
Hey, Kevin. Yeah. We're maybe catching some heat from the establishment owners. Could you do the whole TF thing? Maybe turn it into something a little less threatening. And Kevin's like, yeah. All right. Keep your panties out of a bind. All right. Let me just. I need to get a little warmed up here. And he cracks all the bones in his like gross little hands together, and he kind of sort of twists in on himself. And where there once was a gross little man, there's now just sort of like a big, not like normal size, but big sort of like spider.
Much better.
He immediately crawls on my arm and directly onto my face. There we go. Is that better?
Oh,
Yes,
he still
thank you.
talks.
I love being able to see your butthole at all times, Kevin.
How did he
fantastic.
retain the volume?
I didn't know spiders have vocal cords like that.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Um.
enjoy.
Yeah. Yeah. Kevin, you're the tank now. You're the tank. Welcome.
Yeah, it's you. You have to get killed and stuff.
Yeah.
Kevin is unusually silent.
Just an idea. We do have another little creature upstairs, and maybe he could be Kevin.
They're similarly terrible. So
I've got a ranking.
I'm gonna go over to Toblin or Tobin?
Toblin.
Toblin, and just reassure him like I think he's cool. I don't really know, but it doesn't seem like he's gonna hurt anybody.
You can
Sorry.
see that his posture, his shoulders have finally come down from ear level slightly, but the grip on the short sword that is almost like rattling off of the counter where it lays is still very, very tight, and he's sort of glancing between you and your friends and then back to you.
Also, like
I'm really not used to having this, and well, I mean, one of my barmaids said they saw something similarly short and terrifying up in one of your rooms the other night, and
We were just talking about him.
I don't know.
sorry.
I'm worried if this is something that's he's with you though.
Yeah, I guess so. Sorry we keep bringing weird company around here.
Wait, the thing last night was yours too?
Am I within earshot?
It's an empty bar. I'd say you can probably hear it, but you're over at the table. Sure.
All right, I'm gonna come over backup style, and we are adventurers. This is me slouching on the bar,
Still slurring his
Yeah,
words.
yeah. We have met a lot of interesting people, but I will say that we have made sure to bring nobody dangerous to you or this town into the town. We may have some funky looking friends, but creepy ain't a crime. and we thank you for understanding that this is how we work.
Make a
Thank
persuasion
you
check.
so much. Persuasion check.
Well done.
Because none of that was dishonest, I don't think.
Yeah.
Creepy ain't a crime.
I'm gonna
Oh,
stick
yeah.
with that.
Level 3, I've got a +7 on persuasion.
I hate you.
18.
18. Watches his posture relaxes just a little bit more and says, I've really come to trust y'all. And as you recall, this is the same man who thanked you for your service to Phandalin by ensuring that all of your food and board here would be free of charge in exchange for clearing out the Red Brand threat. And if y'all say that, well, these creatures don't pose any kind of threat, I trust you. Just, would you mind at least maybe letting us know next time so we don't have to, I mean, shit, my barmaid just about had one of the worst frights of her life. Said there was bread everywhere. She went to change the sheets. Something popped out of one of the bedpans and just about strangled her, so she says, but I don't know how much truth there is to that.
I don't.
We'll go have a word with him.
Yeah.
I'd appreciate that. But as long as you're here, any of your friends are welcome too. Just please make sure they clean up after themselves and don't hurt anybody.
And Toblin, we know you offered to pay for our room and board, and thank you for that, but please accept a bit of payment for our guests.
Yes.
I will slide him.
Well, I'm really glad you offered, because I really don't know if I could have afforded to take that much of a hit, so thank you. Appreciate it.
Oh, no!
Oh, all right. I'm going to go look at that room.
Yeah.
Okay, making your way up the stairs, across the sort of catwalk and into your room, you can see that on your bed, Class, splayed out in sort of a horizontal crucifix pattern with half a baguette in one hand and a few plates and bowls that would have once been rested on his chest have sort of slid off and made a mess across the sheets, is Droop, your tiny goblin friend, who is snoring contentedly with a very noticeably distended belly.
Awesome.
Well, day in the good life for Droop, I guess. Ambrose, you got prestidigitation going on there?
Oh, I'm still downstairs.
Oh, you're downstairs. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. All right. Did I go up by myself? Did you come
Yeah,
with me?
I think you're there.
All right. I'm here by myself. And so I'm just saying all this.
Did you
Okay.
want me to come upstairs?
No. I'm gonna. Okay. I will walk up 10 feet away from Droop and just give him the, like, try to think about how to wake up a person who faints when he's spooked.
You
Droop.
see him just kind of the breadstick kind of like flops onto the chest. And you see him kind of scratch for a second. Returns.
I'm
to
in a
sleep.
minor illusion, just blurring, so I don't actually have to look at him. just gonna censor him for my own sanity. All right, so I'm just looking at a blurry mess on the bed. Hey, Droop, wake up.
Lets out a repulsively small and to the point that you can swear you can taste it belch, and then just sort of sits up and coughs, and a little bit of food kind of flies out of the mouth mid cough.
Hey, Uglies. Thanks for all the food last night.
Yep. Okay. Good job. What percent functioning are you at right now?
I mean, I'm really full.
Full of energy?
Full of bread.
Yep. Bread is energy. All right, Droop.
Cheers. So energetic.
So I've got a plan
Very
for how you...
energetic.
Nope. Droop, you're gonna wake up. I'm gonna go over and I'm gonna pick him up. And I'm
As
gonna
you-
stand him on his feet.
As you pick him up and stand him on his feet, you watch as he sort of like makes eye contact with you. As he's just sort of being held under the armpits.
still blurry to me. Drew? Listen, you've got to pull yourself together or else you're going to be in trouble.
You're gonna be in trouble. Yeah.
Oh, God.
I got this. I get it. What? So, oh, hey, Gliss.
Yeah, all right. We're
What
getting
is-
somewhere.
What
Yep.
are you doing up so early?
Oh, it's about how long since the sun rose?
It's probably like 9, 10 a.m.
Okay. Yep. This is a normal time to wake up. So, you're up now. And isn't that good?
Suppose I am. This place is great. Thanks for having me. How long can I stay?
I will have to say it's over. Now.
He watches his ears, if they could droop any more, almost become vertical.
I've got a deal for you. So, if you clean up this mess, they won't charge you. For your stay and all the damage you did. Because I paid for all the damage that you did.
I didn't realize it.
Let me start over.
Okay.
You're learning a life skill. You need to learn how to clean up.
Okay. I can clean up.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Why don't you?
You can see now he is sort of filled with this burst of energy. He's like,
I can take this bread. I can put these little bits all together here in this little pile here on the bed, and
Okay.
and then he sort of takes some of the plates and puts them under the bed.
Okay. All right, Drew. Why don't you get all this stuff and put it in a pile in the middle of the room for now, and I'll be back. Okay. Don't hide it. Just get it like consolidated. Do you know that word?
no.
Okay.
But I can make a pile.
Yeah, pile. That's
Pile.
a good word for you. A pile. And put the pile there.
I see,
okay?
guys. Would you have him send up some more bread and maybe the pretty girl?
Absolutely not. I'm gonna conjure an image of a Droop with like a big blonde wig. Like, does that do anything for you?
And he passes out and falls down to the floor.
All right. Well, that's enough of this. I'm just gonna walk out and close the door behind me. Okay, guys.
Good.
I'm gonna lean over the railing and I'm just gonna come down the stairs and I'm gonna put another 5 gold in front of the bartender and just say, we're working things out, and thank you for your kindness and tolerance.
I'm gonna say thank you and just let you know that unfortunately we're gonna have to suspend cleaning services in that chamber till, you know, maybe your guests find a different place to stay.
Yep, that is correct.
All right, well, good luck today. Where are y'all going, by the way? What's on the agenda?
Gender. Donate.
Donate.
Well, gang,
What is the gender of the day, y'all?
The gender of the day is fabulous.
Not Drew.
Yeah. Oh boy.
I'm just so excited for a spider.
Yeah, I am excited for a spider too. I would be more excited if he didn't keep trying to crawl in my mouth. But you know, I know that supposedly familiars is supposed to be real good for warlocks, and some of the familiars members of my family have gotten in the past have been real scary when they get bigger. So I'm hoping old Kev here can be an asset to us eventually.
Taking notes.
With patience. Look, I realize this is very fascinating for you as somebody who does this through books and stuff. Us warlocks, it ain't so easy for us.
Tell me more.
Well, it's sort of based around the policies of give and take. You give, and your patron takes, and in return, they give you limitless power. If you do a good enough job for them, if you keep in their good graces, if you keep on their good side. But if you push back against them in any way, or if you don't fulfill their duties, then they can get very cross indeed.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
So yeah, I am tentatively looking forward to a prosperous arrangement with my new business associate, who I would very much like to get out of my left ear, please. Can you just find a place to sit? Just one place and just stay there.
Kevin, could you do maybe a cool little hair clip kind of spider situation?
Kevin scurries up to the top of my head and starts doing little spider push-ups.
Do a flip.
Kevin does a flip. It's great.
Oh yeah, this rules.
By the way, Evan, if you want to take control of Kevin, I don't want to feel like I'm talking to myself here too much. Feel free.
We'll play it by ear as we go.
Okay. Yeah. I got it out.
My
So-
Oleander's ear.
As the last of the leftovers from your breakfast grow cold on the table, and you finish your water, and the ale spilled by Kevin begins to dry to a thin film on some of the desk, or some of the table and floor,
Get that.
and glass descends from above, speaks with the bartender, and then returns to the table. The day is yours.
Guys, we gotta release Droop.
Yeah,
Do we gotta take him out back?
No.
Oh, no.
Killed him.
Oh, okay.
Oh my god.
Not bad.
No.
We do have to remove him from this premise.
No one can live in a hotel for the rest of their life.
I think he could.
I mean, he could, but the question is, should he? And
I
the
don't think the
answer
hotel
is
could survive.
no.
We'll find somewhere for him.
I think it's
Oh no.
the D&D equivalent of Airbud. Throw some bread and... All right, here you go, Droop. No, look, go get the bread.
Wait,
Get it.
Go get it.
do you think you could get along well with those kobolds? Maybe they could adopt him?
I feel...
I don't really know how these things work.
Look, I think we're going... Who wants to go out on the road and see what that mysterious hubble?
That's not a word.
Hubbub. I want to... I don't know what else to do. And that
Let's
seems
go
like...
outside.
Yeah.
Get some air.
And
I
think
feel like
that-
I feel like while it's great that we took care of the Redbeards here, I think that considering everything, there is a limit to the kind people of Phandolin's hospitality, and we're probably going to need to, maybe do something else nice, or they are going to run out of patience for our antics.
Red brands, also yes.
Yes. Red brands. That's what I said. What did I
Yeah.
say?
Weird.
Red beards? Red brands.
Anyway, yeah, I imagine that the bartender waited politely for like 8 minutes while we didn't answer his question of what we were doing.
About halfway through your talk, you just heard a like, and you turn around and you see that he has just exited through that door back into the kitchen.
That's fair.
Justified. He's allowed.
Yeah. Well,
He's got stuff to do.
let's go get our friend and as much trash as we can carry,
Oh.
and
Yeah,
maybe
that's a good place to start. Let's take
Yeah.
care of Droop first.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like, I don't know. Maybe we should ask him if he can, like, wave a sword around. Maybe he can be a part of the party now.
He's the tank.
let me
He's
just
the tank.
throw it out there that I just made him faint by showing him an image of himself with a wig on. So
Why'd you do that?
look, if we could trade brains and you could have that whole situation, we could do. I would do it.
If we could trade brains, it'd be incredible. Be a feat of
Yeah.
science.
I think
Let's
that's
just
like
go
an
get
8.
proof.
I don't know if we're there yet.
Okay, I'm just gonna walk up there.
We're all going back up.
Yes.
Yeah. And
You make your way
wait
up
till
back
after
into
the
your
apple's
room.
over.
You can see that Droop is now awake and ears very low, is just sort of gathering plates and bits of bread and is putting them into a small pile in the center of the floor. And as you enter, he like starts for a second but doesn't faint and just sort of like goes back to sort of grabbing one piece of bread at a time, walking over and sadly like dropping it onto the pile on the floor, and then walking back over the bed and grabbing another small bite of bread, making a very big show of the situation.
Do not believe his manipulations.
I don't.
He's trying.
What did I just say?
This little guy reminds me of a guy, but I can't quite remember who.
All right.
I'll think of it.
I'm gonna go in and help Droop assemble his pile.
Okay. It doesn't take too long. You end up cleaning up the rest of the room, sweeping everything into a small pile, and making it to where you can sort of clean up the room, make it nice and neat, everything's tidied up, and sort of collect it into a pile. There's a small dustpan in one of the corners of the room. You collect it all, and it is out of the way. Stack of dishes neatly by the front door. You now have a clean room and a ready to do whatever you ask, Droop.
Hey, Droop. What do you want to do with your life?
Besides, stay here. Just getting it out of the way.
Yeah.
I guess I never really thought about it. I don't really want to go back to the castle, because I kind of get my ass kicked there a lot. Don't know.
Okay.
That was it. Droop, how do you feel about going into the expansive and rewarding field of being a civil servant? I know of a certain mayor who would love to have an extra hand around the office.
I've been a servant for most of my life, but I don't know what civil means. Yeah. I
It
can do
means that you'll be helping the entire town, and the entire town.
Watches
Will be
his
helping
little
you.
chest kind of puffs up and he straightens his posture a bit. He's like,
I think I could do that.
Yeah. All right, come on.
Is he clothed?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Good ass.
Okay. Just before we march him outside.
I mean, it's raggedy. It's nothing fancy. It's like kind of bare bones, like living on the streets kind of clothing, like just a simple like sort of rag top and a pair of like very poorly sewn together shorts. But yeah.
Do I have any like spare pajamas that I could like make a little shirt?
Maybe we could get some child's clothes from the general store.
There you go. Olander, you want to help him work on his resume?
I would love to.
Troop, would
Oh
you
my
like
god!
a new
So
shirt?
first we have to start with the CV, and of course we'll need stationery.
As you spend a little bit of time discussing the ins and outs of a resume with Droop, he doesn't really pick up on much, but you excitedly just explain it to him, even though it's kind of explaining it to a brick wall.
Most of it is bullshitting. Don't worry about it.
From there, as you are now ready to leave the inn and begin sort of, marching Droop downstairs, are you taking him directly to Harbin Wester's office then?
I want to see if we
pick up a little sailor suit for him.
Let's pop in the general store real quick, just for a tick.
Yes.
Okay, you make your way into the general store and oh, well, hey y'all, welcome back in. See that Barthen from Barthen's Provisions is just sort of sitting behind the counter. You make your way back into the familiar shop and waves to the group of you. What brings you into?
we're
We're
trying
looking to get
this
this young gentleman kitted out for a job interview.
That's right.
By a job interview, I hope you mean you're dropping him over at the jail cell.
We will
Okay.
be dropping
He
him.
hasn't done anything to you.
Yes, we will be dropping him away from your shop if you help us out quickly.
In and out.
All right. What do you need?
Oh, what do you have in the way of children's fashion?
Like funeral wear for children. Like
It
a little-
doesn't have to be a
suit.
funeral. I mean, that's a little bit somber.
If you were a child who was running away and very smart, what would do you have how about a backpack?
Yeah, I got
If you were a child who was running away.
You don't have a backpack?
Yeah, I got supply packs. I got whatever you need in that department. Whatever
All
you
right.
A child-sized
selling it?
backpack. I mean,
Like a little,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
like a little outfit. Like a
We
little,
can figure out what's going
Make him look
on.
like a little gentleman, you know.
Yeah.
he sets just sort of a small backpack and then turns and opens up a chest that's behind, and inside you can see there's several bits of folded clothes inside, and pulls sort of a stack of clothes out and sets them on the counter, flips through it a bit into some of the smaller sizes at the bottom, and says, I mean, I wager he's what? Probably like the size of like a 6-7-year-old.
Yeah.
Thereabouts.
Yeah.
All right, well, you can try some of these, and it's just a couple of like basically onesies, or there's like very simple tunics with like young men's pants that are a little bit more expensive.
Let's go with the tunic because that
Yeah.
says I'm a go-getter.
Yeah.
All right, well, for the tunic and pants, we'll run you about 10 silver, and the pack with nothing in it unless you want to kit him out here, that'll be another 5 silver.
Do we want to kit him out, or do we just want to give him the backpack for to complete
Let's-
the?
Let's get him the nice stuff.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Let's get him out.
Yes,
Because
we'd like-
then
Alrighty.
I will worry about him, Oleander.
that's fair. That's fair. You know, he's
I will be concerned.
we're another
We're helping.
we're part of the warp and weave of the tapestry of his life now.
We're the helpers.
He'll owe us
Fine,
later
fine.
if that helps.
General
Nice to have somebody
goods.
who owes you something in the government. Just saying.
Here, is that what it's under? I'm just finding my little price list here because I want to make sure that I'm not.
I'm gonna I guess because I can't imagine whispering to everyone with a height difference. But I'll whisper to Oleander, I guess, just, I think we should follow through with this plan. But just saying, this interaction here at the bar, I don't know if this town's good for this guy.
Well, they're going to have to start to get good, because if they want to be a cosmopolitan location on the map, they're going to need to learn tolerance.
Okay.
Awesome.
How's he looking? How's Droop looking? Just Droop drip.
It takes him a few seconds to get into everything, and after sort of pulling the backpack on, you can see that it's sort of weighing him down a bit, filled with all of the supplies. His small frame doesn't seem to bear the weight well, but the tunic is this sort of nice, soft red, almost like a coral color, and the pants are just a very plain brown, and they seem to fit him well. He, for all intents and purposes, looks like a kid getting ready for his first day of school with his little backpack on and his new clothes.
My
Oh,
God.
Drew,
This
do you know how
was
old you
maybe
are?
the best idea I've ever had.
So do I have to pay for this too then?
No, I got
we-
you,
we
kiddo.
got- we
Don't
got
worry.
you. How much is it?
I think the total comes to, call it 50 silver.
Okay.
All right, can do.
So 5 gold.
Okay.
5 gold?
Manage.
But that includes rations, pitons, rope, all the stuff that you would have in one of your own adventuring packs.
Okay.
I got it.
Oh, okay.
I got it.
Okay, if you're sure.
No, I got it. It was my idea. I will pay for it. If
Okay.
this ends up badly, I don't want any of you out of money.
You get the tip and you got it.
I'll catch you later, and then you can buy half of that. And
Yeah, it'll be great.
That's right. I'll Venmo you.
All kitted out, your purchase complete. The bell over the shop door rings as you exit. Droop is well fitted.
Yes.
Somebody
Okay.
please draw this.
Please. I will if nobody else will, but it would be great if somebody else did.
I have the canvas open already.
And
don't
he
worry.
has
God.
and he has not
Blessed.
let go of the straps of his bag and quit grinning. And his ears have almost undrooped themselves since putting on these clothes. You can tell that he's never really had nice things before.
All right. Okay. Let's get over to town hall.
Let's get him a job.
Yeah!
Yeah.
What?
As a
Is this-
DM, you spend time creating adventures for your party. And it's always just so wonderful that they go exactly as planned.
We'll get to all that stuff later.
Yeah.
We want a first day on Earth, this
Fuck
NPC,
yeah.
and you're gonna deal with
I
it.
love it. I'm here for it. Okay, so as you exit the shop, Droop grinning ear to ear, chest puffed out as best he can under the weight of this backpack, you watch as he sort of stumbles side to side, walking, struggling to balance, carrying the weight of this much gear on his back. You make your way over to the town hall, where as you enter, you see the same sort of notices on the front of the board that you had seen before, requesting for assistance with the bandits on the outskirts of town. And as you open the door and make your way inside, you see the twin desks that sit on either side of the entry rug. To the left, the large roll-top desk of Harbin Wester, covered in a slightly different, possibly just added to collection of bottles, plates, and papers, behind which is, as before, a gently snoring Harbin Wester, dirty top hat tipped over his eyes, and in the desk to your right, sort of hunched over a large stack of scrolls with a head in one hand, is Sildar, reading a few scrolls by the light of a small oil lamp that sits in the desk. And as you enter, he just sort of lifts his head up and says, It's good to see you all. Well, welcome back. Who is that? Why did you bring a goblin?
Good
He's
news.
cool.
It's cool.
It seems like you've been having some issues all on your own here recently, with only the bold and visionary stewardship of the mayor to help you out. So I got you an intern.
You watch as his hand sort of slides out from where it was under the table and sets this large ring of keys down on the desk, and he glances over to sort of the back room where you can see the vertical bars of a small jail cell that line the back of the town hall, and he just sort of slides the keys across the table. I'm a bit confused here as to what it is that you're proposing.
I propose.
You look over, and Harbin is sort of sat up, and the top hat's tumbled to the ground, and he nearly loses his balance, struggling to pick it up. Writes it on his head. Oh, good day.
Hi, I have a extremely qualified young professional looking to get involved in his local community. Who might be able to lend you a hand with the extremely complex and difficult business of running this city, which I have no doubt you have a perfectly good hand on, but which I feel our friend here might be able to contribute something of value to.
One of the most important things to running an efficient workspace, municipal space, is organization, and that is what our friend Drew is all about. He is your number one being for getting a place in tip-top ship shape. Isn't that right, Drew?
Hey, I can put everything you asked me to put into a pile. I'll put it into a pile for you.
Inbox. He meant inbox.
Yes.
You know.
Slide.
Yeah.
I slide the resume.
Or in a box.
across.
The resume.
Damn, you wrote that fast.
He's very well qualified.
Glass
Oh, what do you think?
and
back there?
Oleander, either the two of you may each make a persuasion check, or one of you may do so with advantage, because you are both sort of helping each other out with this convincing.
Glass, what's your persuasion stat like?
It's like a superpower, so
I will give you advantage on that.
Cool. Thank you.
Oh my god.
Uh-oh.
No, that's a bad face. That's a face that you make when bad things happen. What happened?
12. So
Okay.
I fail to see the advantages that could be given to me by having such a creature scurrying about my office and preventing me from getting to my work. I'm not entirely sure that I understand what it is you're proposing here, that I employ this goblin.
Yeah. I mean, he's not just a goblin. He's a member of your community. He's one of the common clay, the salt of the earth, the people that, when you took an oath to uphold this office and all the responsibilities it entails, he's one of the people you were sworn to protect. And now he wants to follow in your footsteps, sir, and take an active role in helping Phandalin thrive. He wants to be your protege, sir. Doesn't that move you at all?
Please, Mr. Henry Ford, sir.
Make Oleander, go ahead and make one more just straight persuasion check for me.
Okay.
seal the deal.
That's a 9. Fuck.
Well, while I appreciate your reverence for the sacred duties and the post of the town master of Phandalin, and while I deeply revere the work that I have here to do, and it's very
Much of it, and you can see Sildar's just sort of making eyes at him for sort of talking up the fact that he does anything at all. Harbin just sort of continues.
I don't think that I have the time or resources necessary to take care for a member of my community that I have not seen and have not witnessed contribute anything to the well-being of Phandalin as of to this date.
Ambrose, King of Tact, pulls out his staff and just kind of taps it on the ground. And, sir, haven't you ever wished that your top hat wasn't dirty? Think about it.
Sort of adjust it on his head.
I suppose it's lost a bit of its luster it once had.
Think about it.
Can I look at Droop? What's his response to this conversation?
The first thing you notice when you look at Droop is that his legs are beginning to quiver, probably from the weight of the pack on his back. But aside from that, there's just sort of this blank stare on his face as his eyes just sort of dart between the different people speaking in the room. There's not a whole lot of anything going on for Droop there. Processing, but not reacting much.
You know, team, maybe we need another intern for a little while.
What? Maybe we go back to the sending him to hang out with the kobolds idea.
Mr. Harbin,
Harbin, thank you.
what I said. We will be on our way, and our truly overqualified candidate may be back for a second interview. If you
No,
learn
he's
to
not coming back. We decide right now. You either take him on, or you regret it for the rest of your life. Because let me tell you, if you're not with Drew, you're against him. And when that next selection rolls around, I think you're going to be surprised about what the marginalized communities in Phandalin can band together and accomplish.
I don't think there was an election. Wasn't it a familial thing?
Well, there could be.
I harassed him about this last time.
Oh,
I'm ready to harass him again.
I
Well,
want
Ambrose.
this conversation happening out loud in
Yeah.
front of him.
Ambrose, being the person standing the closest to the desk opposite Harbin's, where Sildar sits, you feel just sort of a small tap at the small of your back. And as you turn your eyes to look at Sildar, he just sort of gives you a glance, looks down to the keys, looks over to Droop, and just says,
Do you want put Harbin in jail? And him there?
and he just sort of buries his face in his hands.
I mean,
I'm picking up Drew.
Oh, you want him to? You want Drew to be the king of jail? Okay, he could probably do that.
we could make him
Droop
the,
perks up and says,
in
Are you saying I
the
could be a king?
internal, yeah, the internal warden, the overseer of the local jail cell.
He could guard the keys for you, and then you'll never lose them ever again.
That's true.
I could do that. I'm very,
Yeah.
very good at
Comes with
positions of
Okay.
authority.
comes
I
with three
very
hots and a
caref-
cot. Can't beat that.
I very carefully pull 3 gold out of my bag and just slide them across the table.
Sildar just sort of takes him in one hand and stands up and says, "Yes, there's a lot of very important work to be done. Come,
my small friend. There's an area that really needs organizing, just back this way, and sort of takes Droop by the hand and leads him towards the back, where you hear the sort of key enter the lock and the iron swing of a door and the clang of the door being shut. And you just hear Sildar. Yes, if you like, there's a small bucket and a brush there. You can begin to scrub the cobblestones, and this will be one of your first duties here as king of the jail. And
Watches Droop just sort of smart,
Yeah,
like, salutes and walks over in the direction of the bucket.
Bree just very loudly sighs and walks out of the building.
Sildar
Sildar,
sort
I
of
don't
turns
think-
to the rest of the group and just says, gives like a, that'll
Thought
work.
we were on the same level.
Sildar, we owe you one.
Do we?
Yeah.
Maybe not as big of a one as a full
full
time
one
position
and a
here
half
would be,
one.
but half of. I think Droop is in a place and has.
What a
Droop is in a place.
well assessed.
Droop is in a place. So
And we'll be back for him.
success.
So be nice.
Eventually,
Right.
maybe.
Yeah.
Droop is in a place now.
Droop is in a place now.
March right out of the
We
building.
did it.
You make your way out of the building, leaving the sort of, yes.
Just as I'm leaving, I'm just going to say, and if you decide, Mr. Harbin, that you need some cleaning up around here, you know, maybe that's a good idea. Kind of smells like farts in here. I'm gonna fart.
How rude!
You just hear from the door as you exit the area.
2 more farts as I'm leaving. Coming from behind him.
You're unsure what the words are, but you can hear Sildar and Harbin discussing something with a bit of venom in their tone of voice as you exit the town hall, leaving Droop behind as king of the jail. That's a great spot for us to go ahead and take our break for this evening, because it's been an hour and 15 minutes.
I love
Droop,
how we were like, before this year chat, we were like, we should do combat this round. I think some combat would be great to warm up.
Yeah.
as we resume
This is a
here in
different-
about 15 minutes. It's 8:18, so we'll go ahead and we'll come back at 8:30. That gives us 12. Is that enough time for everybody here?
Yeah.
Perfect. We'll be back here at 8:30, everybody. Thank you so much for sticking with us so far. If you can and you have time and you are enjoying our interactions with Droop and the rest of the people here in Phandalin so far, go ahead and do what you can to donate a little bit to Transgender Law Center, and we will catch you here in about 15 minutes. Take care. See you in a bit. everybody. Welcome back to the Help Action, where we play D&D for charity. Tommy's popping up from the floor. Thank you so much for joining us again. As always, we are raising money for Transgender Law Center. We are sitting at about $2,040, so that does mean that we've received some donations tonight. Thank you so much, everybody. If you have a moment and are enjoying our broadcast, please, the reason that we're here is to assist those in need and to have a little bit of fun, but mostly to bring some awareness to stuff that really matters to us, like Transgender Law Center and everything that they represent. So please check them out. You can donate if you would like to through any of the links that are visible in chat, or you can go to thehelpaction.com to do so. So far in today's session, we have had the party begin their morning by realizing that their goblin companion Droop had become a bit of a burden on the inn that they were staying in, where they had previously hid him. So, in order to get him out of there, they had him clean up his mess, took him to the general store, fitted him out in some new duds in a backpack, and took him over to the town hall, where they planned to schlep him off as an intern of sorts to the town master named Harbin Western, who didn't really think too keenly about your idea. However, thanks to some the perceptive nature of Sildar sitting in the same room and realizing that this little creature probably just needed a little bit of direction and orders to really just kind of put things together and maybe get him off your hands and get this interaction done with, because he's not the most patient man, he decided that maybe we can make Droop the king of the jail cell here in Phandalin. So, Droop, proud of his new title and new responsibilities, whatever those may be, guarded closely by Sildar, the party headed out, dropping a few more little fart smells in the room. Thank you, Glass. To continue to harangue Harbin Western. The party makes their way out of the front of the town hall, back into the main square of Phandalin, where the sort of noonday sun is just beginning to pass the zenith. It is the beginning of afternoon. It's the middle of autumn. It's a nice, cool, relatively crisp day. It's relatively quiet. And as you make your way out of the town hall, you hear, "Hey, Bree! Are those your friends?"
Oh, hey, yeah, wow, yeah.
And you look over and you can see the familiar sort of very tall figure of the blue-furred, almost deer or fawn-like faced, long, wavy, silver-haired form of Sister Garrely over sort of tending to her shrine at the far end of the square here, just sort of waving and shouting across the town square. Friendly face.
Yeah, friends, Sister Garrely, friends.
And she sort of begins to just neatly trot over in your direction. It's so good to meet all of you. Oh, wow, y'all look like pretty tough adventuring types.
Just don't ask where our tank is.
Yeah.
What's it? Never mind.
Yeah.
Don't ask.
I sure won't. Well, let's. I mean, thank Tamora. I'm lucky enough to see you twice in one day. It's so cool. I just met Bree in the woods earlier while she was out hunting.
Nice.
What are y'all up to?
Cool stuff.
Nothing.
Oh yeah, nothing.
We were just about to head over to the post office. I was wondering if you could actually point us the direction where that might be.
Oh, yeah, of course. And she just sort of points over to where Barthen's Goods is, directly across the street. You can see there is a sort of a small squat building where, from the angle that you're looking at it now, the false front of it, you can see the back of it, and just behind it is this large sort of white crusted pigeon coop full of homing pigeons. And she says, "It's that building there with all of the coop on top. It's where all the post comes in and out of."
Lovely. Well, thank you very much. What say we drop off this very important message, gang? Unless you wanted to stay behind and chat, Bree.
Hey, can you bless us? Is that a thing you can do?
I mean, we could all say a bit of a prayer to Tamora if you'd like to come over to the shrine.
Gang?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Yeah,
I won't die.
Leander, you want to go to the post office?
Let me tell you, I'll meet you folks there. I just need to run over to the post office real quick, and I'll meet you folks on the edge of town. Okay? Have fun.
Okay, so
Sounds good.
Oleanders, you rush over to the Dove Post and make your way inside. There's sort of this long counter full of just a variety of cubbies, each of which are sort of stuffed with different things. And on the other side is a large wall full of almost entirely safes, and another long counter on top of which are weighing implements and several mining tools, magnifying glasses. You can tell as you walk in the front door, etched into the glass, it says Miners Exchange and Dove Post.
Seems about right.
Looks like a location where miners would bring their findings to have them weighed, counted, and cashed out. As you make your way in, there is a sort of a woman that's leaning down, reading his book at one of the counters and just sort of glances up at you as you enter. Good day.
Hey,
How can I help you?
Just need to send off a letter real quick. How might I go about that?
Bring it here. Where are you sending it to?
I am sending it to. I checked the address on the front of the letter. Where am I sending this to again? It was the Lord's Alliance, right?
Yeah.
The headquarters.
Lord's
Yeah.
Alliance and Neverwinter was the idea.
Yeah, just shooting this off to the Lord's Alliance headquarters in Neverwinter. Do you have a specific bird for that, or I assume it's like a
We do, yes.
network?
Yes. Your friend here in town, I assume, friend Sildar, has been sending several messages back and forth. I would be happy to take care of that for you.
fantastic? And I hand over the letter to her.
She takes it and sort of sits back down. Is
Cool.
there anything else that I can help you with?
Yeah, I was kind of wondering. While I'm here, might as well ask a real short question. Don't want to take up too much of your time. I was wondering if you had seen the. I'm looking for a pair of Dwarven brothers, the Rockseeker boys. You seen them in here recently?
They have not come in here, no.
No. That's odd.
I am aware of them. Additionally, I hope it isn't rude to assume that you are part of the group that has assisted in removing these red brands from the area? Yes?
Yes, that was us. Yep. At your service. We seek to please.
It's excellent you would come in. I have a small request for you, if you wouldn't mind.
I'm all ears, and I point to my long ears.
It has come to my attention that the leader of this group is still at large.
We are currently hot on his tail, but yes, he is still out there at the moment.
If it is possible, I would ask first for your discretion. Do you feel you can be discreet?
Oh, I can be very discreet.
Quite good. She reaches out a hand for a handshake.
I shake a hand.
You know, she just sort of looks you very coldly in the eyes and says, "Find him and eliminate him."
Say no more.
Cut off the head of the snake and the body dies with it, correct?
I get what you're saying. We've seen what the red brands can do. I think that's a very reasonable request to make.
I am offering you and your compatriots 100 gold pieces if you could make this happen for me.
Done.
It's very pleasant to work with someone so professional. I hope to see you back soon with results.
You can count on us.
And she just sort of picks her book back up and goes back to reading before you've even left the counter.
Right. Have a good day. And I wheel and head out.
Make your way back into the square where you can see that your friends are sort of gathered around the horseshoe-shaped set of rocks where Sister Garrily has brought you over and says, well, if you like, you can sort of kneel down or just shut your eyes or find some way to find a little bit of peace and, I don't know, think about things that you'd like in your life to go right that might need just a little bit of the hand of Lady Luck, and see if you can feel her presence here, as I certainly can. She just shuts her eyes and is quiet for a moment.
I like get down on my knees in front of the shrine, but then I just look up at her.
Want to pray out loud or wish out loud or
Whatever you feel. Just Tamora's not a picky goddess. Lady Luck smiles on anybody who smiles back. As you sit in the peace for a moment, she says, y'all seem kind of like you could do me a favor.
Yeah.
If it's not too much to ask.
I don't know yet.
I work with a group of people that keeps an eye on things and makes sure that, the wrong people don't get access to all the things the right people should have access to. Do you know what I mean?
Some sort of gatekeeper?
I mean, I suppose you could say that, but more so to ensure that those in power are the ones who should be in power. And that anybody who is in power, they're respectful of those that they consider subjects, if that makes sense. And just to make sure that there's, I'm kind of against like corruption and all of those sorts of things that tend to cause societal distress in many different directions.
Okay.
Anyways, that group had asked me to do them a favor and a little bit of research, and, well, I mean, I figure you're probably not going to be in town for very long, and when you do head out, well, I guess I should ask, if you do head out, are you thinking about going kind of up in the direction of Tribor, or are you going to go back towards the ocean?
We're headed up the Tribord Trail for today, at least.
I knew it. Sorry, I get lucky guesses sometimes. Anyways, if you come across Coneyberry, it's this old town. It's mostly ruins. Just off to the side of it, there's a thicket, and there's a really ancient being there. And I mean, I was supposed to go and ask her a question about where this great mage named Bowgentle last had his book, and I don't know. It was just it's a quest from my group that I was given, and I mean, last time I went, she showed up for me, she appeared in front of me, and then I don't know, I think I said something wrong or I did something wrong, but her face just seemed to melt and turned into something really horrific. And I mean, she sort of gestures at the scratches that run across her face. I just ran. I tripped and fell and gave myself a pretty hard knock on the head, and took me a couple days to get back to town. And I mean, I had a couple of people here kind of worried about me, but I don't know. I got back, I did a little bit more research, I talked to people, and creatures like that are, I guess, really hooked on the idea of beauty. So I thought maybe if you brought her a gift, she might talk to you. she's a really powerful diviner, and I need to let my group know where Bo Gentle's book is. So if you could ask her for me on your way by.
Yeah, Bree said she'd do it.
Yeah.
Bree, you're
yeah.
so cool. Thank you so much. Oh, hey, and she just sort of reaches into her pocket and pulls out this beautiful silver comb. Just this should make at least a suitable gift for her. And I don't know, as long as you're polite. I mean, I feel like she can't not appear and not give you an answer. She can answer anything. And I don't know. I'm just a little too embarrassed and frankly too scared to go back.
So this creature, she's the one that did all this
Well,
scratches?
that was the thicket that I ran
Oh.
through trying to get away. Like I said, I'm kind of embarrassed about it.
I'm gonna like reach up and hold her hand and say like, I'm so sorry that happened to you.
Thank you. You're such a good friend. And she just sort of stoops over and just like gives you a big smile and says, anyways, here's the comb. Her name's Agatha. And as soon as you pass through the old ruins of Coneyberry, you'll find a thicket where she's weaved her home inside of a dome made out of this thicket. And as long as you make your way inside there and you're polite, she should appear and answer you whatever question you want, but I would really appreciate it if you would ask her about the book.
What is this book? What's special about it?
I mean, that's kind of between me and my people. You know, you were nice enough to agree to do it. Have you ever heard of the Harpers?
I haven't.
Anyways, our whole purpose as the Harpers is to remain quiet and behind the scenes and root out corruption wherever we can find it, and make sure that, you know, powerful magic stuff doesn't really get in the hands of people who would, you know, do bad stuff with it. So if we can find this book and get it locked down safely, make sure that somebody doesn't wreak a lot of havoc and hurt a lot of people with it.
That seems like a pretty noble goal. We can do that.
Thanks. I appreciate it. Just be careful and be polite and, I don't know, appeal to her better nature. Banshees are vain.
Banshee.
Cool. Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure we'll be fine, and we'll come back and let you know as soon as we can.
All right. Thanks a bunch. I'm gonna go take care of some stuff, but thanks. Tomorrow's blessings upon you.
Thanks.
Thanks for supporting our heroes, Wandering Band of Heroes lifestyle.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look forward to you supporting us.
You're welcome. Oh, hey, I did want to say, I mean, if you're doing me a favor, I guess I could try to do the same. If you ever need healing, if you ever need, I don't know, any clerical services, I can do that as best I can. I can talk to the dead and ask him at least a couple questions if you ever have trouble with that, but I mean, usually only like once every other day. But
Yeah,
as long as that doesn't creep you out, right?
No, you're so cool.
Gosh, thanks. And she kind of flips her hair.
Yeah, we need healing all the time. I'm the tank, in case you couldn't tell. So
You guys keep
So I
mentioning
need-
that. What is that? Does that mean you like drink the most?
Probably not. I think it's just like body mass wise, not that, but like it means I need healing a lot.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah. Swing by anytime you got scratches going on. I mean, I can't promise I'll make it look pretty, but I'll make you feel better.
We do. You know what? We do okay. We do okay. And I will minor illusion myself with nice long hair too, and then
Oh my god, that looks so good on you.
yeah, I know.
Anyways, it's really good to meet all of you. Take care. Travel safe, okay?
Thank you. You
Yeah.
too.
And she just sort of goes back to picking through a few of the flowers growing on the shrine there.
What's her routine?
Maybe she's born with it.
Maybe it's Maybelline.
Maybe she's a banshee. Let's go.
While y'all were doing that, I'm just like standing out. I'm kind of leaning on a post outside of the post office, watching Kevin the Spider play around along my hands, just chilling.
Would I know who the Harpers are? Being
Make a history check.
magical. Oh,
Yeah, I should have
being a
done that.
magical community person. Let's see, 12.
12. You probably heard of them. You probably know that they are... what's the best way to put it? They are a organization that sort of exists without any sort of nation or allegiance, that just kind of keeps it keeps things in check as best they can. Mostly sort of operating from the shadows, but in usually a very societally benevolent way.
Okay. So they're maybe trustworthy.
I would think that based on your readings of them, you would think so. Yeah.
Okay. Just want to make sure we're not running into a death trap here.
As benevolent as any shadowy conspiracy can be.
Yeah.
Sure. You know, she straight up told us it was a banshee, so.
Yeah.
At the
How's your
end.
how's your little prayer circle go? You kids have fun?
It was
Usually
great.
laying of hands.
Oh my.
Wink, wink.
I took a lot of notes.
Nice.
Yeah, it was good.
I didn't
Seemed
read the
real.
contract too hard, but I feel like my contract probably has a non-competitors agreement, if you get my drift.
Yeah.
It's a shame. This Tamora person seems really cool and nice.
Well, you can feel free to worship whoever you want. I'm just
Yeah,
saying
you can
I'm
worship.
personally taken.
Purely
You
or
will
whatever.
get to see a banshee at some point. You know about
Oh.
those? They yell.
Oh yeah, we kind of agreed to go talk to a banshee for her.
Yeah, for free.
Okay. Wow. For free? Well, okay. I mean, I get it. I've done stupider things for free.
It's on the way.
Yeah. Well,
It's a
hey,
good
speaking of
spot.
that, actually, I had a very interesting conversation with the postal clerk in there.
Oh, how much are stamps going for these days?
Well, she was actually willing to pay us 100 gold for the low price of murdering the fuck out of Gladstaff.
Oh.
And I figured, since we're kind of on our way to look for him anyways.
I was gonna do that anyway. Yeah.
Did you ask why?
Well, we know that he's a slaver. I
Yeah.
kind of put two and two together. It's not a big town.
Yeah.
I assume she probably had relatives or something.
Okay.
I just feel like
Did you get her name?
postal clerk. Why would I get her name?
First name Postal, last name Cleric.
We know where she's going to be.
When
The
people-
post office. regardless.
When people give me money to do things,
She didn't give me the money yet.
Oh, okay.
I am a professional, and when people ask for contract kills, you don't just ask for their name and information.
I mean, usually there's a contract in contract kill.
Killing. Yeah.
It has like mailing address. Well,
All I'm saying is they did things different in BGC. Anyways, if we murk this guy, there could be a little bit of coin in it for us. So if we do find him, that's something to look forward to.
okay.
We shook on it, so that's kind of a contract.
Getting paid to do a thing we were already gonna do. Sounds good to me.
Exact. That was my logic. Like it was already on our to-do list, so hey, why not get a little extra kickback while we do it?
How much did you say she was paying?
100 gold pieces.
I mean, it's a small town. People know we're already. I don't know.
Well,
I mean, we're gonna do it anyway.
if it's legit, we're all going to be a little bit richer. And if it's not legit, then we
He's
will
still
have
dead.
baited somebody even worse than Glassstaff out and can eliminate the further corruption and seedy underbelly of this charming hamlet we call Phandalin.
That's right.
Y'all want to check out that open road?
Yeah, let's go.
Alrighty. You make your way over to where your cart and horses have been stabled at Barthen's Provisions and retrieve them, load them up with your goods, and hit the road, taking the sort of switchback hill back up where you had first encountered your first red brand. You make your way to the top of the hill that overlooks the sleepy town of Phandalin and begin your trek in the direction of Tribor, the opposite direction down the Tribor Trail from which you had first come. Further along, deeper into the mountains, and further inland. As your cart rolls along, the horse is in front of it, and you push through, the sun slowly begins to drift closer to the horizon. Many of the birds that are out fluttering about go to bed, slowly as twilight descends, replaced by bats. The occasional firefly flickers and flies across your vision. A bit of a chillier wind begins to pick up as darkness starts to fall. You've made pretty good progress so far. With the information that you were able to gather, you feel you've made about a third of the way you would need to go. So probably another day, maybe a day or two's travel to continue on until you reach the areas that were identified as Wyvern Tor, where you are to seek out these bandits, and Coneyberry, which is just nearby the same turnoff. Do you wish to slow down and pull off to the side of the road to rest, or push through traveling through the night?
I think we should.
Y'all want to take a breather? Yeah.
Yeah.
Do a short camp.
Yeah, let's just chill.
Okay. You all pull off to the side of the road and lay out your bedrolls. Anything anybody wants to do in particular to sort of prepare camp for the evening?
I will make our fire for the evening, and then I just want to sit down and take a look at the comb that Garly gave me.
Okay. It is really, really pretty, especially in the firelight. You can see that this sort of design that's built into it has these 3 pearlescent stones in the top of it that you're not quite sure what they are, but coming down from that, all of the teeth of the comb make this sort of wavy pattern. It looks like the wavy pattern extends just a bit above that to where the 3 stones look like rocks in the middle of some sort of a stream, and the bits of the comb sort of are water flowing around them. It is very delicately crafted and probably worth a good deal.
Wow. I will gently wrap it up in a piece of cloth or something and put it back in my bag.
Okay.
I'm kind of pretty fucked up about the fact that we let that guy go.
Glassstaff?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if we let him go. We never saw him.
Yeah. Just, we got so close. We got so close.
We'll get close again.
Real close. Close enough to kill.
Yeah.
Didn't know what you meant by.
Unless you want to do like a ranged attack, in which case we'll get mildly close and then
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Far enough.
Yeah.
Still.
I'm
Disadvantage.
I'm just a little worried that, I'm worried that now he knows I'm out here. Like, he probably thought they caught every single one of my band, and now I'm a known factor. And, we haven't exactly been keeping a low profile.
I think it's kind of hard to.
This is
Yeah.
another joke about my height, isn't it?
No. Maybe.
I will accept it this once.
Well, even if you're a known factor, us three aren't. So we'll make sure you get this, dude.
Yeah, and you're a different person than you were when he knew you. You're stronger. You're smarter. You're better.
Faster, too.
Yeah. Very fast.
Yeah, really fast.
Thanks, guys.
Uh-huh.
No matter what, we've got your back, okay, Bree? This guy ain't gonna get the drop on us tonight.
Why are you guys so nice to me?
Because it's the right thing to do.
You called us friends earlier.
Yeah.
I
I heard it.
didn't have like anyone who was nice to me when I was a kid. I feel like if I can put out a little better energy than that, great work.
It's good to help other people.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Cool.
As dumb as it is to say, being nice good.
Yeah.
Y'all are ridiculous. I'm going to bed. And he watches the spider sort of crawls down the side of Oleander, makes his way over
Good
to
night.
her pack.
Good night, Kevin.
Yeah, whatever.
Hey. Oh, I was going to ask if Kevin and I are friends, but I don't think I'm going to ask because I don't want to have my feelings hurt.
It's only a
Yeah.
matter of time.
We just met him this morning. Give him time. He's like spaghetti. You gotta give him a little bit of time to soften up.
The
Yeah.
spaghetti.
It's
That's so true. But if they get too soft, then you're like,
well, he'll probably be al dente for a while, but a little softer. Pretty good.
I'm going to be honest, that's how I like it.
Hey,
Good. Well,
me
that's-
too. It's delicious, you know? You wanted a little bit of a text. Man, I'm really hungry for spaghetti now. Damn it.
I was gonna go in for a hug, but we're talking about spaghetti now, and you can't really hug about spaghetti.
What? Who said you can't hug about spaghetti? Get over here for your pasta hug.
When they hug, I'm going to blur it.
On Christmas morning, come over here, get your marnar.
Somehow the blurring of the hug makes it look way more obscene than it actually was.
We're just hugging.
Yeah, just horny crew hugging it out. Don't be weird.
All around them.
As you laugh and joke with your friends, the crackle of the warm fire just sort of providing a subtle backdrop. Crickets chirping, the occasional firefly or ember soaring out of the fire. An owl hoots in the distance somewhere. Night falls, it becomes dark, and all of you eventually grow tired. Is there anything that you would like to do or handle before sleep? Yes.
Can I study my book before bed?
Yeah, go ahead.
Sick and awesome compendium.
So go ahead and somewhere in your notes, how long would you like to spend working on it?
Like a half hour, 20 to 30 minutes.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead and write down half an hour somewhere just for total time spent on that, and we'll use that as sort of a running total to maybe have an impact on something later.
Yeah.
Wes.
Before I go to bed, I'm gonna have my bed situated, but kind of stand up and just like, hey, I just want to like try something, and I'm just gonna cast invisibility.
Ah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
You want to describe how that looks?
Sure. Yeah. I'm sorry. I want to pull up the spell just to see if there's what the components are. Where is it? Oh no. Okay. It didn't add it. That's why I still had an extra spell when I was trying to. Okay. Sorry. Well, I will find it real quick.
Okay.
And it is verbal, somatic, and material. Oh yeah, an eyelash. Right.
I'll give
All
you
right. So I will just go like, all right, we'll see if this works. I'll pull an eyelash off and just kind of like and just disappear myself.
As you sweep your hands, almost like sort of wiping a mirror off, the rest of you watch behind that hand. There's nothing. There's a very brief shimmering outline of where glass used to be, and then just an empty space.
Was glass fake the whole time?
Oh my god, he's finally started living up to his name!
Guys, I'm like glass. Check it out. I make a better window than a door now.
I'm gonna go over to where Glass disappeared and try to kick him.
Yeah, can I wave my staff around to try
Okay.
and find it?
So
I'm
because
going
this is
to-
actually the rules of how it works, go ahead and make an attack roll with disadvantage.
All right.
Whoa!
Should I make one as well?
Yeah, if you'd like to.
What's the disadvantage?
You just roll twice and take the lower of the two.
Oh, okay.
All right. 9 to hit.
9 to hit.
13.
I think both of you come into contact with nothing but air.
Oh, ooh.
Can I
Accidentally bonk like one of Bree's ears. Just like, trying to find him.
I'm gonna look
I
at
like kick Ambrose in the shin.
This sucks. I hate this spell.
Okay, I'm gonna look around. Can I search in my pack? Do I have any fruit in there? Do I have like an apple or something?
Sure, you probably have some kind of either something you brought from the inn. Who knows?
Good luck, DM. All right, guys, I've always wondered what would happen, and I eat the apple. Where's it go?
As you take a bite, chew on it for a moment. What everyone else sees is an apple with a bite being removed from it, and brief flashes of apple as your mouth opens and closes around it, and then it's gone. But the apple seems to be hovering in space
Incredible.
You're-
over
Seriously,
in the
taking
direction
notes.
of Glass's backpack.
Guys, can you see it? Is it in my stomach?
No.
We can't see it, but I'm so glad that you have wondered the same thing I have for years. This is the best trick I've never seen.
Awesome.
Okay, and I will just continuing to try things, I will do minor illusion of myself giving double middle fingers over top of the fire.
Wow, rude.
Wow.
Guys, that wasn't me. Someone else did that.
Well, two can play at the using
I
magic for
believe that
stupid
will
things.
break my invisibility, but I don't think he would. I don't know that he would know that, so that's what I was testing.
I was just checking to see if minor illusion was concentration, because that would have dropped your invisibility, but it is not.
No, but it's casting a spell, isn't it? It's a cantrip, so casting a spell breaks my invisibility.
Oh, is it? I that might be a rule for minor illusion. For invisibility.
Invisibility. It's the spell ends for a target that attacks or casts a spell. So
Yeah.
if I do that, it would.
Yeah. As soon as you cast minor illusion, you pop back into existence. Now
There are
visible to all of your
limits.
friends.
Where'd the apple go?
It's inside me now.
Does it taste invisible?
I don't know.
Think about it.
Think about it.
Seems unclear.
Just roll into my bedroll and go to sleep immediately.
I will get into my bed so satisfied that I found out what happens when I eat an apple.
I carefully slip into mine, making sure not to squish Kevin.
Is anyone keeping a watch?
Oh,
I'll take first watch.
Okay. So the rest of
I
you
can take
slip into
that.
bed and get comfortable. Slowly drift off to sleep. Bree, go ahead and make a perception check for the watch of the evening.
Not good. 4.
4. You're seated by the fire. It's begun to burn low, just turn into mostly warm, glowing embers. Your friends softly sleeping around you. Anything you want to do, work on, think about, take care of while you have a little bit of time here to yourself?
I'm gonna try my fancy dancy new spell. I'm gonna cast Good Berry.
Okay.
And that is, I'm just gonna kind of focus on a spot on the ground for a while, and then like a spectral plant grows like very quickly and turns it like into this bramble bush and shrivels away, and then in its place it leaves, what is it, 5?
I think it's 10.
Oh, 10. 10 berries. I'm gonna stash those in my bag.
They have the sort of almost chalky outside texture and shape and weight of a blueberry, but they have this really, really pleasant, almost reddish purple, deep maroon raspberry color to them.
Nice.
that's a good berry.
As you're
Not as
sort of
salty as
scooping
it
these up and placing them into your bag, you hear a behind you, and turn around just in time to see a massive great club swinging down on top of your head.
Oh.
I made food!
21 to hit.
What was it?
Is a 21 to hit.
That'll hit. Shit.
Shit.
Glad I used
Dealing
my
to
second.
you 12 points of bludgeoning damage.
Rude.
Oh my God.
And as the club pulls away and your vision clears, you see standing over you this massive, hulking, humanoid-like creature, bald on top, broad, sloping shoulders, great club in one hand, javelin in the other, and just...
You're gonna be my dinner.
And then you hear a snapping, and stepping out from the woods behind it, a second ogre steps forward. And I need for everybody to go ahead and roll for initiative.
Oh boy.
Thank God.
Those of
Worried
you
that
who
was
are
a-
asleep are prone. Bree, you are up and awake. And those of you who are asleep, your first turn, you will have movement and your reaction, but no action.
Okay.
I got 12.
I got 13.
Okay. Let's see. Ambrose is a 12. Oleander was a 13. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Bree?
18.
18. And Glass?
You got a 14.
14. Cool. And then for the two of them. And I will.
Had to make sure the kitten wasn't playing with anything dangerous.
That's okay. Can everybody see the map okay?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Whoa, those are some big boys. Holy shit.
All right. Starting off combat here, Bree, you are at the top of the order here. That was sort of their surprise round. One got its move, one got its hit on you. Now looking up into the face of this sort of large, wide-mouthed, deep-jawed, very sort of heavy-set humanoid creature. Its skin looks like almost thick elephant hide. Each limb is maybe the width of what you'd expect almost like an elephant leg to be. It is huge and towering over the top of you. What would you like to do?
I will start by yelling to make sure everybody's awake. Hey guys, please help me not get eaten.
Yeah.
And
If the impact of the club didn't wake you, that certainly did. So you're awake, but you're prone, and you have a first round of sort of getting your shit together.
right. And then I will. I mean, shit. I guess I will cast Hunter's Mark on the guy in front of me.
Okay. Hunter's marked.
Okay. That's bonus action. Yes, it is.
Yes, it is. And
And
you
then
are
I will-
concentrating.
Right. Oh, yeah. And then,
Good hit. Yeah.
and then I will take 2 swings at him.
Okay. Is your second swing a bonus action?
Oh shit.
I thought with your
It just
Um,
removes the penalty to the ability to hit with it, but it's still a bonus action to do it until you get a
Right.
second attack at level 5.
Yes, I think you are right. So I will take a single swing at it.
you'd already rolled a 16.
Okay. That will be a 21 to hit.
21 definitely hits. Roll some damage with your Hunter's Mark as well.
Oh right, yeah.
Like a normal. Is it a D8?
D8 for. Nope, D6.
Yep.
Cool. Starting off good.
Back from the break.
Yeah. Okay, 7 damage.
7 plus.
damage.
10 damage.
10 damage. Nice. 10 points of damage to it as you sort of wheezing from the impact of this huge great club into you, lance forward after marking this with this sort of arcane glow about it, keeping him clear in your vision. Reach forward and sort of stab into the side of its leg, drawing blood. It leans over and snarls into your face. It is now that creature's turn, who is going to go ahead and take another swing at you with his great club. That is a 14.
Oh, that's my AC.
No.
I
What?
think I'm gonna.
That is 18 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay, before that happens,
Okay.
I am half awake and feeling my new powers. Gonna go. I will use my cutting words,
Okay.
and as a reaction, when a creature that's not immune to being charmed makes an attack roll, I can expend one use of Bardic Inspiration die, roll the die, and subtract the number from the creature's roll. And so
Okay.
I will say to him, "Hey, loser, pick on someone your own size, which is none of us. Please leave."
Free as he comes down with a club on top of you, and you watch his eyes dart in the direction of Glass, hearing his voice just long enough. You try to make good on that bit of distraction to dodge out of the way. Go ahead and roll your Bardic Inspiration die to see how much it removes.
I rolled a 4, and so he had a 14 to hit.
Yep, so that is now a 10 to hit, missing you, giving you just enough time to dodge and roll out of the way and not suffer a ridiculous amount of damage. Well done.
That's awesome. Can you really do that?
Nice.
Yeah.
That's
Loser!
so cool. Thank you.
Level 3, baby.
Level 3, baby.
I'm so glad I was awake and had my reaction. I was like, that's all I can do.
Yeah, you're right. I said reaction and movement, and yeah, perfect. Way to work with limited resources. That's awesome. All right, that Glass, it is now your turn. What would you like to do?
Sick. All right. I don't have an action. I will get up and just look at Bree and say, I can't do that many times. And I will retreat just, I guess, 10 more feet back. Is that stone next to me big enough to be cover or no?
Nah, it's maybe like yay big.
Okay. All right. I will just, take another, 10 feet back that way. That's fine.
Okay.
And no action, so that's it, right?
Correct. No action. I'll give you all your bonus action as well. So if you do want to
I have a bonus action? Okay. I guess
trying out different rules for surprise because I do it differently every time, and we're fiddling with it.
I'll say I'll do nothing for now. I'll leave it at that. That's
Okay.
fine.
Cool. With that, Oleander sitting up in bed, watching this happen, hearing insults hurled from Glass and the snarls of this ogre leading over the top of Bree. What would you like to do?
I am going to get out of. Actually, hold on a second. Okay, yeah, none of them damaged me yet, so I am going to move. I'm going to shuffle out of bed, and I'm going to run northeast, away from the fire, and towards the trees. Yep, like that.
To there?
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay. Any bonus actions or anything on your turn?
Nah.
Okay.
Just getting in position. Getting ready to fight.
Ambrose. Similarly, suddenly awoken, bit groggy, confused as to what's going on. What would you like to do?
Flailing. So we only have we're prone, and we can, what is it? We have a reaction or a bonus action.
Mhm.
Okay.
You have your reaction and your bonus action.
Oh, okay. Because it just lists opportunity attack under reactions. And
That has to be triggered by something. So reactions always
Yeah.
have to be triggered by something. Like
Okay.
Glass's reaction to do cutting words was seeing somebody else get hit by attack. Opportunity attack
Okay.
is somebody leaving your range. Yeah.
Okay. Would I be able to grab the blanket from my bed and throw it at one of these ogres to cover their face?
That would be more of an action to do.
Would that? Okay.
Yeah.
I'll just move away then.
Okay. Which direction would you like to go?
Let's go south, kind of like right past the fire.
Like down here?
Yeah, that's good.
Okay, perfect. Cool. There's also plenty of room to move beyond this if y'all want to. I'm just keeping it zoomed in so that the viewers can see more clearly.
Okay.
Alrighty. If that is now the second one's turn, who's going to move towards the closest available quarry, which would be you, Oleander. So as he sort of stomps over in your direction, he's going to go ahead and come down with that club on you.
Oh, great.
That is a 11 to hit.
That will not hit.
You watch as he fully telegraphs his action and just swings up and down heavily, giving you plenty of time to just sideswipe and get behind one of these trees. Dodging out of the way, the club slams into the ground and sends bits of dirt and grass spraying up, and you feel the entire ground almost shake with the impact. But luckily, that was not your body being hit. Back to the top of the order then. Bree, you are up. You are still concentrating on Hunter's Mark on this one directly in front of you. What would you like to do?
Right. How, like, about how tall are these things?
Like 10 to 12 feet.
Okay, cool.
Like, it'd be a task to climb one for you.
Okay. Fine.
But you can certainly try. Just it'd be
Sure.
acrobatics checks or something.
No, I'm just going to, I'm gonna jump up with both my swords drawn and just like twin fangs into his thigh.
Okay,
Ooh.
yeah, go for it. Go ahead and make 2 separate attacks.
Okay, nat 20.
Nice. Okay.
And nat 20.
Oh my god.
Whoa!
No way.
No!
Huge. Okay, so for each of these, we'll roll separate and do the damage separate for them. But you get your regular dice and your Hunter's Mark dice are either doubled or rolled twice for each one. So just tell me which one you're going to do before you do it.
Okay, I will double.
Okay.
Yeah.
So for the first one, go ahead and roll that, and then you double that, then add your modifiers at the end.
Okay. So 12 plus right?
You roll the one die and then double it and then add your modifier.
Oh.
So it was a 4 times 2.
So
Okay.
your short swords are a d6, right?
Yeah,
And then your Hunter's Mark is a d6, right?
right.
So it's going to be 2d6,
Mm-hmm.
and then you total that up and you double it.
Okay.
Oh, that's what
yeah.
you just
And then
used.
you add
Okay.
whatever your
I'm sorry.
modifiers are at the end.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Okay. So 12 and then
12 plus 6 for your modifier. Because that was 2 attacks, right?
No. Okay,
That's
sure.
just one attack.
That was one attack.
Here,
So
let me pull up
12,
your character sheet
okay,
just to
so
help you
15
through this.
for the first attack.
15, nice. 15 points of damage for the first one, and the second one happening simultaneous to it.
Right. Oh, 14. So 17 on the second hit.
17. Damn. So that was a total of you said 14 and 17 across 2 things there.
Yeah.
So 31 points of damage in a
31
turn.
points of damage.
Yeah, he is definitely now considered bloodied as you leap up and just
Holy
both
shit!
reverse grip short swords into his thigh and sort of come down with your weight on it. Tears these long gashes in his leg, and he just reaches down, dropping the javelin out of one hand to sort of clutch at where the wound is, and just snarling at you. You can see there's like blood and spittle sort of pouring out of the corners of his mouth as he begins to raise up his great club for another swing at you. And that swing is going to come down. Oh, do you have anything else you're doing on your turn? That's your action and bonus action, but you have your movement.
Oh, right. Nope, that's it.
Okay. As he swings down with that great sword for a 17 to hit.
That will hit.
All right. It's going to be 10 points of bludgeoning damage because I rolled badly. slams into the side of you, knocks the wind clear out of you. You see stars momentarily. Maybe a rib or two is cracked here. This is a hard impact. Or you're still standing? Yeah.
I'm still standing. Yeah, I'm okay.
All right. With that, then it is now your turn, Glass. What would you like to do? You have your full turn.
Okay.
And then Oleander, you're on deck, and then Ambrose after that.
My friends. Gosh. I'm going to. I'm gonna. I'm just imagining. All right. I'm going to bite my finger real quick to draw a drop of blood and go, "Nyeh," and cast range 30 feet. I guess I'll move into range so that I can reach both ogres.
Okay,
which are
that'd
the-
probably just put
kind of-
you maybe here or here.
Yeah.
Okay,
That's
that's
good.
30 feet of movement right there. That's your speed, right?
Yep.
Cool.
Yeah, so I will bite my finger and a curse upon you. I will cast Bane on both the ogres.
Okay, and what kind of save is that?
It's a charisma save, 13.
Charisma save, 13. That is a natural 1, -2 on one of them, so a -1.
Awesome.
Wow.
So the
Yeah.
first one fails. The second one is a natural 19, -2 for a 17.
Damn.
Okay,
But this one is now baned. So I'll go ahead
Which
and
one?
mark.
One or two?
01 is bane, the one that is already pretty heavily beat up. But that's
Okay.
good, because that's the
Not
one
a
that has
good day
been
for Rogue
wailing
One.
on Bree.
Yeah, we like that. Oh yeah. Oh, do I need to check if I drop?
Oh, yes. Go ahead and make
Mark.
a concentration check. The value, yeah, you just have to beat a 10 on a constitution saving throw.
I got a 10.
plus
Okay. Plus your con modifier. You are able to maintain Hunter's Mark. You're good.
Cool.
nice.
Woo.
Yeah, thank you for the reminder. Sorry, I forgot. Okie doke. Glass, that's your action. You are now concentrating on that as well. Is there
Okay.
anything you'd like to do with your bonus action? You've used all your movement.
I will. I will use my bardic inspiration for Oleander and say, "Oleander, look!" and illusion a giant target on the ogre 2's head, and give you a little bit of inspiration for your inspiration suggestion, I guess,
Yeah. Perfect.
for your turn.
On
there.
it, Glass.
All right.
Nice. All right. Oleander, as you sort of glance up at this one that towers over you and it just swung and missed, slamming into the ground next to you, just above its head is a nice target. What would you like to do?
Lovely. Well, I'm going to.
Also, remember that you do have your familiar with you.
Yes. Okay, first thing I'm actually going to do is going to be defensive, not offensive. I'm going to cast a new spell. I'm going to use Mirror Image.
Ooh.
3 illusory duplicates of myself appear in my space. Until the spell ends, the duplicates move with me and mimic my actions, shifting position so it's impossible to track which image is real. I can use my action to dismiss the illusory duplicates. Each time a creature targets me and attacks, I get to roll a d20 to determine whether the attack instead hits one of my duplicates, and then the roll will determine which one it hits.
Perfect. So
Cool.
as you cast the spell and poof, 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 these duplicates of Oleander appear around you, you watch as the ogre kind of scowls in confusion, looking down at the multitude of Naruto-style duplicates at its feet of Oleander. I don't know how to do.
I don't actually know.
I don't know
what it
no
is, sorry.
jutsus.
Are you doing hand massage?
Sorry.
Cool. So there's your action. You are now. Is that a concentration spell? I think that it is.
Fingers.
No, it's not.
It's not.
I
Cool.
just cast it, and the duration is 1 minute, so it only lasts for a minute. But I don't have to concentrate on it. Yeah.
See,
Got it.
good.
Cool. So
Yeah.
yeah, there's your action. You have duplicates around you. You have your bonus action and your movement.
For my bonus action, let's see. Oh, yeah, I upgraded. I have 2 weapon fighting as a bonus action.
Okay.
Nice. Hanging. I'd like to take out my spear and give it a try.
Okay. Your spear and what other weapon? Because 2 weapon fighting is 1 in each hand, and they
Oh,
have to
2
be
weapon
light to be able to do
Oh,
that.
wait, hold
like
on a
rapier.
sec.
Yeah.
I thought there was 2-handed fighting. Never mind.
Mm.
Hold on.
If
Oh,
you
no, wait.
additionally, just
I have-
as a reminder from the DM, if you want to direct your familiar to do anything, that is also, I believe, a bonus action on your turn.
Oh, can I do that? Let me do that then.
I think
Okay,
so.
that's much better. I want to give Kevin a chance to shine.
Oh.
All right, Kevin. I know you don't like me, and I don't like you. But like it or not, we're stuck with each other. So while we do, we might as well try to do our best and prove to frickin' 10th Lord of Nine that we can kick ass as a team. Okay, Kev? You got this? You got
Listen,
a target
I'm-
over there. You got this?
Listen, I'm tethered to you here. You go out, I wink out too. Let's make sure this doesn't happen.
Fuck yeah, let's do it. Go! Kevin! Go!
All right. So looking at your stat block for Kevin, what action would you like him to do? He's currently in the form of a spider.
I would.
If that is one of the forms that's on his stat block. If not, then he may have to take his action to change into a form that would be usable.
Oh shit.
Kevin,
Whoop.
get squashed.
Yeah.
Kevin, crawl inside the ogre's.
Yeah. Lay eggs in his eyeball.
Can I get Kevin to turn into a more ferocious creature? I believe he has like yeah, here we go. Yeah, a rat, a raven, or a spider. So can I change him?
Oh,
Can
yeah.
he?
We'll say that he's already in spider form. That's fine. I'm not going to make you have
Okay,
to
cool.
use your whole action to do that.
Bitchin'. Okay.
I didn't know that was one of
Cool.
them.
Can I have him sting the ogre? It's
Yes.
a melee weapon attack, +5 to hit, reach of 5 feet, which luckily he's right in front of us.
Perfect.
1 target. Yeah, and the hit is 1d4 + 3. So
Go ahead
let
and
me
roll your
and see if that
d20,
hits.
and then his modifier for the hit is a +5. So roll your d20, add 5, and we'll see if this hits the ogre's AC.
Ooh, that's a 23.
23 definitely hits. Go ahead and roll some
Oh.
damage for that, and then
Okay, 1d4 + 3.
nice.
Come on, Kev, do me right. Oh, that's a 1 + 3 is going to be 4 points of
4
damage.
points of damage. Nice.
Not bad.
And then I think there's also another thing that has to happen with the sting.
Yes, the target must make a plus 3d6 poison damage. Ooh.
It has to make a
ooh.
save though first, correct?
Yes.
Yeah. So I got to make a
Partner
Constitution
must
saving
make a
throw
DC
for it.
11 Constitution saving throw, taking the poison damage on a failed save, or half as much poison damage on a successful one. So you roll for that, and I'll roll for this, and we'll see whose roll is out of control.
I rolled a 7 + 3 is a 10, so just one below what it needed.
Ah.
So it
Doesn't
does
make it.
take that additional 3d6 poison damage.
All right, let's see how much that is. 1 + 4 + 1. So that's 6. 6 poison damage.
Nice. Not bad. 10
Not
points to
too
Kevin,
shabby.
Dan. All right.
Man, 3d6 is awesome.
Yeah, shit. Hey, I kind of like Kevin now.
And
Not
it's-
gonna lie.
Yeah, it's still half damage
true.
on a failed save for that too. So you get to roll that every time.
Nice.
Yeah. Cool. So as Kevin just sort of crawls up and becomes larger in size, big enough for his fangs to be long enough to pierce the skin, he strikes forward and jabs into the calf of this ogre that is sort of standing over you. Your duplicate surrounding you, and you watch as the ogre kind of reaches down with a scowl on his face at like sort of a small pinprick, and then sort of doubles over in pain as you watch his entire lower leg seize up with this venom that's sort of coursing through it. Anything else on your turn? You have your movement still.
If I move away from him, he gets an attack of opportunity on me, doesn't he?
Yes, that is correct, but you also have your duplicates up that might prevent that from
Right.
hitting you. So it's your
Okay.
choice.
Can I like back up then? Maybe like to the southeast. Maybe like I don't know. I'll go due south just to keep O1 in firing range. Let me go due south about 20 feet and say that.
5, 10, 15, 20. So he will
That's good.
swing at you with a 12 to hit, which just misses you and your duplicates entirely, I
Yep.
believe.
That's fine.
Awesome.
We are all as graceful as we are unbearably sexy.
Oh, I'm sadly mistaken. That is not a bonus I think it's a bonus action on your turn to command him.
Oh,
So what he does do is rolls his own initiative and act on his own turn. So go ahead and just roll a d20 for his initiative for me really fast.
oh, okay, my bad.
That's okay.
It's new.
Yeah, sorry. Still getting used to old Kevin here.
I'm making sure that's correct still with a warlock and how your Pact of the Chain feature works, but
Kevin gets a 6.
okay. So class features. And we'll just make sure that works. Pact of the Chain. Here we go. Okay. So it is the Find Familiar spell. So it still acts on its own turn in combat, as it would because it is an intelligent creature. In addition to that, you can have it attack more than once in a round of combat by you forgoing your attack on your turn and issuing a command. So that would be an action to do that. So we'll just say for now, you've done your action, you've done your movement, you still have your bonus action. That was Kevin's action in his turn. And then when we get back into the next round of combat, we'll have him run at the 6 initiative that he's supposed to be at. And we'll be all back to normal, easy peasy. Ambrose, you are now up. What would you like to do?
Well, I'm glad I was at the end because this gave me a lot of time to think about this, and I think I want to crack out something new, and I want to grant maybe a wish that Bree has had for a while. I would like to cast Enlarge.
Yes!
Mega Bree or average height Bree for a human.
It doubles in size, so if you count as a small, you would go to a medium.
Oh shit! Yeah.
Okay.
Oh
And
my god!
I think because it's a willing, I don't know if I have to roll anything.
I don't think there's a save. No. So
Yeah.
normally if it would be unwilling, it might be like you do reduce on it instead of enlarge. It would have to make a save. But since it's an ally and probably very okay with this, since it's a buff, no save required. Yeah.
You also get a extra 1d4 of damage because all your weapons are enlarged.
Yeah. So now each of your sword strikes does a d6 for the sword, a d6 for Hunter's Mark, and a d4. So you get to roll all 3 of those.
Damn!
Awesome.
And then I'm gonna scoot over to where Oleander is.
That's some JRPG shit. That's great.
Yeah, cool. Oops, wrong person. Making your way
Yeah,
over
truly.
there. With that, Ambrose, also don't forget that you're now concentrating on that spell to make sure that it stays up.
Yes.
You have your bonus action if you would like to use it.
I think I'd just like to brace myself.
Okay, cool.
Just be prepared.
You are all set. With a 2, the second ogre, because I'm reading the screen and saying O2 and getting myself confused, is going to take his turn to try to swat this pesky insect that has just bit him in the ankle with his club.
Right,
So he's
Kevin.
going to come down hard with his club on top of Kevin with a 16 to hit. What is Kevin's armor class?
Kevin's armor class is 13, so that hits.
13, all right.
Higher
I-
than mine.
I was going to say, I mean, I think the rules say that once it's been called that it's hit, I can't I can't use cutting words, but
That
it
is true. If you want to use it in this situation, that's okay. But from now
Okay.
on, yes, you'll have to say it before I do that. And
mostly it's just hard sometimes on a video call. Yeah.
yeah, and I tend to go from and that is a hit, really quick. So
Yeah.
I'll try to
Yeah.
word it.
I will just say, if you kill him, the world will explode.
It worked. It worked.
I got a 4, so that brings it down to a 12, right?
It was a 16 to hit. It is now a
So mine-
12. You rolled a 4. That makes it, yeah. And it's his armor
Yeah,
class is
so
a
that
13.
misses.
Panic and fear dashes across this ogre's face as he raises it and then just kind of wavers for a second before swinging down to the ground, and Kevin just deftly, on all of 8 of his legs, springs from the ground and lands just out of the way of the club, avoiding any impact. Cutting words is a big deal. Nice.
Yeah.
Well done.
Good.
Good for MVP here, class.
Oh,
Tight. Okay,
Kevin.
with that, it would now be Kevin's turn, but he already had his turn, so now we're going back to the top of the order with you, Bree. What would you like to do?
Big Bree.
Big Bree, yes. As you,
Big Bree!
Ambrose or Bree, either of you can kind of describe how this either looks or feels, vice versa, if you would like to, or yeah.
Ambrose?
I mean, take it away.
Um,
How has Bree wanted to be tall? How long?
So first she doesn't know what's happening, and she's like, and yeah. but then she's into it, and she just like looks at her, does the classic like, my hands are so big,
classic.
and notices that her swords are also bigger, and
She's now at belly button height. with
yeah,
the ogre.
exactly. Yeah. And I'm gonna try and cut this guy open.
All right, go for it. Now with your long sword-sized short swords.
Yeah.
Go for it.
I'm so scared.
Woo! Oh. That is a, oh my gosh, math. 12 to hit.
A 12 does hit.
All right.
Nice.
Awesome. Okay. So
Yep.
2, then 7, and then
And then a little. Nice.
and is that 7?
Oh, so that's 11 altogether. Plus,
Okay.
Plus your short sword.
Holy shit.
Plus 3.
So it should be 2d6, a d4 plus 3.
Right. So 14.
14,
Damn it.
nice. Slice into it with one big swing, and this thing is looking rough. You are carving him to ribbons. The leg that he has already holding from the 2 gashes you left with your double critical, you now carve into sort of up his upper arm and across the chest, arcing downward, and swing back or pull back for another hit. Go ahead and make your second attack.
All right. That's a 17 to hit.
Definitely hits. Roll damage again.
Okay.
This one now.
10 damage.
10 points of damage. Nice. How do you want to do this?
All right. Yeah. I just like wide-eyed, really feeling the being bigness. I am just gonna for the second hit, just like carve this thing's belly open, and like maybe like a little bit of maniacal laughter.
Okay. As you slice across this thing's stomach, its guts open and just begin to tumble out in trails. It tries to kind of scoop them back in as it drops down to one knee, then the other, and just kind of begins to lean forward and teeters for a second and then falls backwards luckily avoiding landing with all of that carnage on top of your bedroll. But it now lies dead on its back, mere inches from your camp.
I'm gonna look over my shoulder and like look back at everybody and go, "Did you guys see that?"
Did you guys see that?
You're fucking dominating tonight.
Maybe this was a bad idea.
Your voice is deep, and you're like, "I'm so big," and we're still like, "Ah, wow." We're like,
All I can hear in my head is that, like, God damn it, Bernice. Okay. 1 ogre down. Awesome. Bree, any movement on your turn?
Nope, none of that.
Okay, cool. Glass, it is now your turn. Oleander and Ambrose, you're on deck. What would you like to do?
Okay, I will use a spell called Crossbow in shooting.
In shooting.
Yes. All right. That is a 23 to hit.
23 hits. Roll some damage with the crossbow.
Crossbow. Okay. 8 damage.
8 points of damage. Nice. Pull back and fire. This is your hand crossbow or medium regular crossbow?
You know what? I own both, and I've been acting like it's the hand crossbow, so we'll say hand crossbow.
Sure. And pull back and pop that shot off and connect with this ogre, just sort of right where the collarbone would be, even though it's just sort of this slumped mass of skin there. Just sort of snaps the bolt off and throws it to the ground with its free hand. Any bonus action or movement on your turn?
I will say, I'm out of songs, and end my turn.
Okay, cool. Oleander, you are now up. What would you like to do?
Oh man, time to take out old Reliable. I gotta go with Eldritch Blast.
Alrighty.
Okay. Let me roll to hit.
Is Kevin gonna be okay?
Yeah, I'll be fine. I'm aiming at the head. That's what the target is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I got a 14 for that.
14 will hit.
All right. See, it's gonna be 1d10 plus 3. So let's see. Come on, Eldritch Blast. Big bucks, no whammy. All right, that's a 9. That's pretty good.
Nice.
9 total.
9.
Nice. Slam into the side of the ogre with this arcane beam, dealing 9 points of damage. Any bonus action or movement on your turn?
No, I'm good.
Alrighty, staying where you are. Cool deal. Ambrose, as you maintain concentration on Big Bree, what would you like to do?
I would like to. Shit. Bad website. I want to cast and I'm pretty sure I can because it's not concentration related. A first level ice knife at
Okay.
old O2.
The
Go for it.
infamous ice knife.
It returns. Cool.
Yeah.
I think. There we go. Ooh. That's an 18.
18 definitely hits. Roll some damage.
Nice. 1d10. Just remembering all the numbers. There we go. Ooh. That's a 9.
9 points of damage. Nice. Fire your ice knife at this ogre, and it just appears right in its sort of rotund belly there, jabs into it, dealing 9 points of damage, and then explodes in a shatter of frost. It needs to make a dexterity saving throw.
Yep.
Unfortunately, a natural 20 for it. not taking extra damage. And then Kevin also needs to make a dex save. So go ahead and roll a dex save for Kevin, please, Oleander.
Oh no!
You can do it, Kevin. I believe in you.
Kevin, make it happen, baby!
You got 8 legs, Kev. Come on, get out of there.
Oh no!
Oh no.
That's a 6.
Oh.
Thanks. All right, so 2d6 cold damage to Kevin. Ambrose, if you want to roll that for us.
Oh yeah.
Damn.
Get him.
Sorry, Kev. Well, it'll only be a 2, so.
Okay.
What, you rolled a 1 and a 1 on your
Baby!
2d6?
Yeah.
Damn, that's awesome. Cool.
Thank you, Ambrose.
It worked out this time.
Yeah.
How many hit points does Kevin have?
Yeah.
I
He
assume
has 10. He does not have many.
I assume like 4.
He has 10 hit points.
Oh, okay.
He's a little beefy, but he's not that beefy.
Okay. I'll keep that in mind.
Just a little
Yeah.
guy. Just a
I
little.
love that
just a
every
little
time you
guy.
pull the ice knife out, somebody's gonna get hurt.
I like literally after casting it, I was like, "Oh, can Kevin die?"
I was wondering.
Yes!
They don't call it ice knife for no reason.
It's called ice knife, not nice knife.
Oh my gosh.
Good spell too.
I
All right.
Jesus Christ. Okay. It's now that creature's turn who is going to angrily take another swing at Kevin. Which is going to be a 18 to hit.
Now that will hit.
I got nothing.
It is
Yeah.
10
Kevin,
points of
you-
bludgeoning damage to Kevin.
Kevin is on death's doorstep.
Let me.
How much damage does it take?
I gotta look something up really fast.
Yeah, can familiars do like saving throws? Because
I think he probably disappears.
When the
If-
familiar drops to 0 hit points, it disappears, leaving behind no physical form. So as this large club
shit.
slams into Kevin, you see you're like, and a small puff of faintly brimstone-smelling sulfuric smoke just sort of curls up and trails out from either side. And as the ogre pulls up the club and looks to it, and does not seem to have any clue where the spider that has bit it has gone.
Oh, he should be fine.
That it
My
is.
boss is gonna fucking kill me.
It would be Kevin's turn, but Kevin is no more.
Pour one out for Kevin, y'all.
Can't you re-summon him? I assume.
We'll find out. Bree,
I hope.
it is now your turn. What would you like to do? Standing over the body of this other massive dead creature.
Yeah. I am at this point, I guess I'm gonna just like throw my swords down into the ground and pull out my bow and and also Hunter's Mark. Since Mark number 1
Okay,
died,
so bonus
can I move
action
it
to
over?
shift that over? Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I will take a shot with my shooty bow
Okay, shooty bow
at
shot.
ogre number 2.
As he glows with that familiar outline that you know to be your hunter's mark.
Mhm.
That is a 15 to hit.
15 does hit. Roll some damage. Bow dice plus your d6 for hunter's mark.
Right. Damn it. Oh, and then this for the enlarge.
3 ones.
3
No
ones.
shit. So
On
that's
three
a total of
different
6.
A
It's 3 plus
D4,
3.
D68, all ones.
God, Jesus
That's
I'm
Christ.
making up for the double.
Yeah, I was
crit.
gonna
Truly.
say you're totally getting.
Yeah.
If you had Tamora looking down on you before, Bashaba's having a bad look at you now. All right, so that's a total of 6.
Oh, yeah.
That's so funny.
That sucks. I'm sorry, but not really. Alrighty. And you used your action, bonus action, movement.
Nope, I'm gonna stay right where I am.
Okie doke. Glass, you're up. Oleander and Ambrose, you're on deck. Also, since the three of you are all adjacent to each other in the order, if for any reason you want to switch the order of your turns at any time, that's fine with me.
Okay. I will just freaking out about Kevin. He's gone.
He's fucking gone.
Kevin's gone, man. I'm gonna say, you freaking murderer. I told you the world's gonna end. And I will say, like, what kind of monster are you? And I will have vicious mockery. You should feel bad.
Okay.
So that is wisdom save 13.
That's a natural 17, sadly. Oh, wait. Is his wisdom a minus? Let's find out.
-2, probably.
It is a -2. That's correct. So it's a 15 instead of a 13 you said I needed to do?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then I'll just drop the axe and give the finger and say, like, well, it was kind of a dumb turn.
All right. Bonus action movement?
I don't think I have much to do. I guess I will take a couple steps back so I'm a little further away from him.
Okay. Doot, doot.
Yep.
All right. With that, Oleander, you are up. How are you feeling about that Kevin situation?
You killed my intern, you son of a bitch. I cast Eldritch Blast again.
All right.
With bardic inspiration from earlier.
If you need it.
You thought I didn't think about that.
Okay, go ahead and roll your d20 and let's see if you need it first so you don't have to throw it out there.
Yeah, I'm gonna need it. I rolled a 4 + 5 is 9.
Okay, yeah, roll it.
Yeah, roll it. That'll help.
So what I roll another d20 for that? Is it like another try or sorry?
It's a d6 and you add
a d6. Yeah, sorry, I was spacing.
That's okay.
Okay.
I'm just so distraught about Kevin. I'm sorry.
Reasonable.
You're supposed to learn everybody's class in addition to yours. Come on, Iris.
Oh, that's a 13.
Hey.
Okay, a 13 will hit. Armor class 11. So
Class.
go ahead and roll damage. Also, I totally forgot that you can push this fool too.
Yes, I'm gonna push him.
It's over for this dude.
That's 9 points of damage, and I get to push him. Let's see, what was that? Yeah. Oh yeah, when I cast Eldritch Blast, I already got that, Repelling Blast, I push him up to 10 feet away from me in a straight line. So I push him back into the trees.
He just sort of stumbles back and slams into the tree behind him. You hear the kind of shaking of the tree and many of the branches sort of snapping off, and he rights himself off of the tree, pushing himself back onto his feet, glaring over in your direction. Anything else on your turn?
That one was for Kevin, you asshole. But that's it.
Alrighty. With that, Ambrose, you are now up. You still have concentration on enlargement. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna cast Ice Knife again, just first level.
Okay, go for it.
Yeah, nobody else around to get hurt now.
No friendly.
Sorry.
And I already rolled it. Natural 4 on the dex save, so it's a failure. So go ahead and roll your whatever the regular damage dice is plus the 2d6.
Yeah, so that's the. Okay, there we go. So that's 1d10 for piercing damage. That'll be a 7, and then 2d6 cold damage.
It's a lot of damage from a first level spell. I always forget about that.
It's a 5, and that's a 6.
Wow, nice. So
Holy shit.
18?
11 for the ice damage, and then 8 for or 7 for the piercing damage.
So 18 in total, yeah.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah,
Yeah.
total, yeah.
Ambrose, how do you want to do this?
Yeah.
Ooh. You should say some sort of witty pun or something. Like a zinger.
Say ice to meet you.
kind of tip up my hat and look this guy right in the eyes. This one's for Kevin. It was my fault before, but I'm fixing it. And
Oh, just like giving him the fingers.
As you fire off ice dive, zoop, it appears in him and explodes. Much of it, as it sticks into his neck, much of the explosion of the ice just freezes up onto his face, and you watch as his face is just sort of frozen in this, like, about halfway through, as the entire body then, stiffened from the cold, teeters backwards and then forwards and hits the ground. The entire area rumbles, and bits of frozen ice and grass just sort of fly up from around where he impacted the ground. Your enemies, now dead before you, thought they could have a quick meal, but not with y'all.
Joke's on them. I'm
Woo!
nasty.
Well done, y'all.
Big Bree is gonna run over to Ambrose, and I'm just gonna like pick him up off the ground.
Wow!
And I'm gonna be like, "This is what it feels like."
Wow! I can catch it for myself. It only works for
God.
at a time, but you know.
Thank you.
Anytime. It was either make Bree big or make Kevin big, so.
Ooh, I didn't even think about that. That's cool.
If we're able to resurrect Kevin from the dead, you need to make Kevin big at some point.
Yeah.
Because he can also turn into a rat, and I want to ride a giant rat.
Big rat.
Yes. Awesome.
Awesome job,
Fuck yeah.
y'all. As you dust off the pain from the battle, returning to your campsite and looking around at the wreckage, not only of the broken branches of the trees around you, the large pile of sort of innards and guts spilled from the first ogre that was sort of sliced down the middle, and the now dead corpse, half frozen, laying over in the trees of the other. You wager this might be enough of a deterrent of other threats to get a good night's rest.
I'm
Cool.
going to move my bedroll to the other side of the fire.
Yeah, come on over here.
Yeah, get downwind. Or no, upwind. Upwind. Upwind's correct.
Yeah. Woo! Team
Amazing.
Small.
We got a
Cool.
spell do big explosion.
Hell yes.
Big.
Pour one
Big.
out for Kevin. Rip to a real one.
Truly.
Only knew you for a little time, but you were like a little guardian angel to me. Gone from this earth now. I love you more
Kevin.
than you'll ever know.
Sorry.
Goodbye,
Kevin.
sweet warrior of the wind.
God damn it. I keep thinking you're done with your monologue and I'm trying to add in after and I keep interrupting you. I'm sorry. Anyway.
And in the future. No, sorry.
Oh, D&D and Discord.
Kevin, I never got to tell you, but in the end, you were one rank above Droop.
Holy shit!
I'm sorry, Kevin.
Pour one out for a real one.
Yeah. Now that he's dead, I can confidently say he was cool.
You still
Secretly, I wish he'd climb inside my mouth.
No, you don't. No, you don't.
awesome.
know what to make of that. As the quiet of the forest around you lulls back into the silence of crickets, the occasional owl, small creatures in the underbrush, crackle of the fire. Is there anything that anybody else would like to do before you bed down for the evening and we call tonight's session over?
I'm just gonna like take a lap, like running around the campfire as Big Bree, just like. Yeah, exactly.
Like cheering, yeah!
No, you've earned it. Now you know what it's like to be almost as tall as me.
Well, it should be double, I think. So
What's your
would
height,
be-
Bree? I forget.
I'm 3 feet tall.
So
Yeah.
yeah, 6.
So you're still shorter than Oleander.
How tall is Oleander?
Oh, I'm like 6 feet 4, including the horn.
Oh,
Or no,
okay.
6 feet like 5, including the horn.
Okay, so
The
you're
horns
eye to
are
eye. I
like-
thought you were 6'4" and then more with the horns. My
No,
bad.
no, it's more. It's more. Actually, what did I write on my character sheet? I'm pretty fucking tall.
You'll be the one that go big next.
Yeah,
Yeah.
6'5", and that includes the horns. So
Okay.
it's like a spire on the top of a skyscraper. For the world record, it counts.
I kind of just feel like Bree enlarged, like just with her proportions, is gonna look like a giant baby. walking
Yeah,
around.
totally.
Oh!
Like a big
Oh.
Funko Pop.
Big thing.
Oh no.
I hate
Well,
this.
we have
Big
some drawings
baby.
that need to be done in this group.
Woo!
Just because. Nero, is it okay if I show the camera the drawing you made of Droop on his
Oh,
first day
yeah,
of
show the
school?
Droop
Yes,
drawing.
do it. Show the droop draw.
I don't know if my camera is going to pick this up very well, but here's Droop ready for his first day of school.
Oh my god, he's so
There we
beautiful.
go.
We'll post that.
I'll put it
We'll post
on
them in the
Twitter.
social media later too.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
our troop.
There we
He's
go.
beautiful.
There's our boy. There's our little boy.
Beautiful baby boy.
I'm so glad we
Oh,
put him in jail.
I'm sorry. I form an instant connection to every gross little creature.
There's been
like
so
that.
many.
Good.
We had Little
I just
Toe.
love all the nasty little creatures.
They'll all come back to save us one day.
I think so.
Yeah, Little Toe, Yemek,
Or
Droop.
disappoint us.
Oh, Yemek.
We'll be like trying to kill like a god or something, and then like we'll just be like, "Avenge us!" And then like an army of gross little men will come over the hill.
Look to the mountain.
Amazing. Okay, before we get too distracted having a good time, god damn it, which we should never do. Thank you so much, everybody, for coming and watching our stream tonight. We really appreciate it. If you enjoyed everything that we did and you have a little bit of cash to spare, $1, $5, $20, whatever, just go ahead and click on that donate link and send it on over to Transgender Law Center. We would appreciate it. They would too. It's a good thing to do.
Yeah.
That aside, we'll be back next week at 7 o'clock on Wednesday like we are every week, and we'll continue to do every week for a while. Join us as our wonderful little troop here makes their way towards Wyvern Tor and Coneyberry and see what interesting things awaits them there. Thanks for tuning in. Night, everybody.
Yay. Oh, donation messages?
Bye.
Oh yeah,
Oh, did we
donation
get any?
messages. Duh!
Oh, yeah,
Thank you.
donations.
Yeah,
We
or
got
thank
them.
you,
Did we
Iris.
get any this time?
We got a
We
few.
did, yeah. Let me log into Tiltify and pull those up really quick.
Oh, heck yeah.
Gotta say thank you to our donators.
Yeah.
Of course.
Also, don't forget to like and subscribe.
Oh, yeah,
So you
those-
don't miss a future update.
Media.
Yeah. We have a YouTube page too. It's linked.
Internet.
You can get your past
And
episodes
the YouTube
there.
will be updated hopefully this week. I'm a little behind on getting the videos up. Sorry, everybody who's been trying to catch up. I will have those up as soon as I can. And unfortunately, we may have a little bit of a dead spot in our video history regarding last week's episode because we might not have been able to get it off of Twitch before it disappeared. But we'll see if maybe we can steal it from a fan who might have recorded it or find another way to maybe get it back from the
Abyss.
ether that is the
Yeah.
internet, but we'll figure that out. With that, we have a $10 donation from Spirit Paw, who says, "Missed the stream. Sorry you couldn't be here with us. We always appreciate it when you're here. Thank you. We appreciate the donation. You're awesome." And another $20 from my boyfriend. Thanks, boyfriend.
Oh, thank you.
Yay.
Yay.
Alrighty, that's it. Anything else anybody wants to talk about before we call it an evening?
No.
Tune in next time.
Tune in next time.
Till next week.
We'll see y'all next Wednesday. Take care, everybody. Be good.
Good night.
Bye.